Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's have a good time. Oh, that was a nice cut right
That
there.
was supposed to be faded.
I think we're already a bit faded. So, Will, dude, happy to have you back on.
Pleasure's mine.
It's a lot different since the last time you were here.
Yeah.
Everything is different.
A lot. Different lights, different setups, dude. Like, you got a TV right in here.
We got another
I feel
guy.
like more cameras. Like, this chair is way more comfortable.
Yeah, the camping chairs sucked.
It did its job.
It did its job. It did. And nobody really ever did complain. But, you know, hey.
Don't feel that, dude.
So what's been going on, man? What's been up with you during these COVID times?
See, I feel like my life has done more than a 180-degree change since the last time we spoke.
Yeah?
Because, like, last time I was at GameStop. I'm not at GameStop anymore.
Nope.
Nope.
Out of there.
I can officially say fuck that place. I don't have to worry about like, oh no, I can't say
You can
this.
join the
can't say
crowd
that.
with
Dude,
everybody
I can
else.
effectively say fuck GameStop now, and I have to worry about any repercussion.
Right.
Nothing. Yeah. New job is really cool. I am currently an unlicensed optician.
Optician?
You know, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
It was really cool. So I landed a gig as an optician because like my buddy came in while I was at GameStop and he was like, "Hey man, we're hiring." And I was like, "Fucking sign me up. I don't care. Just get me out. I just need to get."
Yeah, I wear glasses. Give me in.
Dude. So I didn't even wear glasses until I started working there. Like honestly,
Really?
God, it's like seriously, yeah, dude. Because like
Is that when you kind of realized it? You're like having trouble.
I knew I needed glasses my
You
whole
do,
life,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah. Because like my right eye has always been like super sharp, like remarkably sharp. My left eye has been blind like my entire life. Anybody that knows me knows that like my left eye is blind, whatever. But no, dude. So like I was telling like the
So you got like a different prescription in each lens?
remarkably different, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like for those who know, my right eye is a +2.5, like a plus 0.25, you know, so it's barely off anything, no astigmatism, nothing crazy.
Right.
My left eye is like -2 with like a -1.25
So
with astigmatism.
what's that scale? Because I've always ever heard just like 20/20 vision.
Oh, so like 20/20 vision.
I got
is being able to
20/20
read-
vision. What's +2 and minus? What does that mean?
Yeah, so if you're looking at like a prescription, there's 3 different numbers that are listed on like the prescription chart. The first numbers are like what's called a sphere. It's either a plus or a minus. If it's a plus, that means you have hyperopia. Hyperopia means you're farsighted, right? If you have a minus, it means you're nearsighted.
And everybody's either or?
Yeah, like
Pretty much.
if it's not just
Pretty much.
if it's not like
Yeah.
balanced, you know what I mean, just like equal, like
Yeah.
perfect, so to speak, you're one-sided there.
Okay.
The second line rather is a cylinder. That's where like the astigmatism's balanced at. And then the third line is the axis, which has to do with the astigmatism. If you don't have a cylinder, you won't have an axis. It's just how it is.
Right.
And then a couple lines after that's called the add power. And that's if you have like presbyopia. Presbyopia means that you have like bifocals. So like your eyes don't want to focus in on like what's in front of you, then they don't want to focus across the room. So you need help either like seeing what's really far or seeing what's close.
Okay.
Because like your eyes just don't have that like the way that like you
that
can look at
way
me
to
and
like
focus.
focus like a camera or anything like that, where it kind
Exactly.
of goes like in and out, and then it focuses.
Yeah, because like you focus on something and everything else around you becomes blurry. Then you look at that.
Yeah.
And everything, you know what I mean? Like I just stopped doing that.
For
after a
me
while.
though, like is it really like that for you though? Like if you focus right on me, like this is blurry.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like so, like
I mean, it's
obviously
kind of
have like
blurred
the
for me.
Lamb of God, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm focusing, I can still see it says Lamb of God behind you, but
Right.
it's not like
Not like
4K.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's definitely. Like,
Well, I was just
skewed
like
a bit.
curious. I was like, maybe I got supervision because it's like
Right? He's
not
like,
that
everything
blurry.
is completely focused.
everything is sharp. I don't need glasses.
Yeah, because like, I felt that the longest time, dude. Because like I knew that my right eye was like spot on, dude. Like I was absolutely correct with that. Like my left eye was worse than I thought it was. Whatever.
Right.
And then so at this point, like especially working there, they're like, yo, you should probably wear glasses, like not so like you can necessarily see better, but more so as like a shield for your eye, though. You know, because like God forbid if I'm like outside driving, whatever, window down, there's somebody hits a rock flies. Conveniently.
Who said that?
No, I mean just like the doctors. You know what I mean, like not saying like that exact.
That's like basically saying you should just
example.
wear safety glasses everywhere.
Realistically,
Really?
yeah. Yeah, dude. If I lose my right
So
eye,
now
dude, I'm
everybody's
done.
walking around with a mask and safety glasses. What else
Right,
is
freaking
next?
goggles, bro.
Where everybody's walking around in astronaut suits. They're just
Look
like,
like
you
we're
know what? We're
cooking
bubble
meth.
boys.
You know what I mean? Like,
Remember
dudes
the
like
movie?
the big white suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Michelin Man?
Yeah. Dude.
That's what I thought of when you said big white suit. But yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, I mean,
I
dig it,
mean,
though.
it's not though. I mean, yeah, that's true. Or you get shit in your eye all the time. Or I do. You get like a bug flying. You ever get those little gnats inside your eye? You're like, ah!
Frequently, dude.
Frequently.
Yeah, because like I don't know, like after wearing glasses, dude, like I personally appreciate the aesthetic that it has to offer.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
wind has got to affect your eyeballs way more when you don't have glasses on now.
Yep.
Then before you just be like, but now it's probably like makes him water like
I'm
shit.
oh,
yeah. You too, huh, Jesse?
Oh,
Yeah.
Sure. Why are you crying? I'm not crying. It's windy.
It's windy. I don't have my glasses. Well, I have to, like, if it's sunny out, like I can't survive without sunglasses.
Yeah.
So what do you just got used to it, or were you never like affected by like sun, like for like,
I don't know.
as far
Oddly
as
enough, like
glasses?
my eyes were like super sensitive to like light, like the entire time I was growing up. But like for years, I was like, I really need to get a pair of sunglasses.
And
But I
you just
never
never
did.
did?
Never did. You know,
Dude.
because like especially like being off like on tours, like going like Iowa, Wisconsin, whatever, and like just being on the road for that long in the
Yeah.
stretches. You know, I'm like, I really wish I had some sunglasses, but it just never.
Yeah.
Never invested, never went to go buy a pair, dude. I was like, I don't know what I'd look good in. I don't know. I just didn't want to. I feel like it was a case where I didn't want to like search for that because I didn't want to buy like a pair of glasses where I look stupid in. You know, I was like, I don't want to do that
Yeah.
to myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then-
that's all. Yeah, that's why they got the little mirrors there by the stands. You can check yourself out.
Yeah.
How do these look?
Yep. No, I didn't get dressed in like suited for them until I was working there for a while, and at that point, I was like asking like all of like the employees, like, "Yo, dude, genuinely, like, don't have me looking stupid. How I look?" You know what I mean? So, had them going through giving their 2 cents with it.
Yeah, my wife had to go get the transitions. She couldn't get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got the ones, where they transition to like sunglasses.
Yeah, these boys are transitions too.
Are they? Oh, well, see, what the fuck?
No,
That's
dude,
what I was expecting
it's
you to
really
say. That's what I was expecting you to say. Nah, man, like I had to get transitions.
cool. Yeah, game changer, man. Like, if
What
saw,
about
like,
do you
my
have
storefront-
transitions, Jesse? No,
No.
you're like I can't do it. It's too old manish. Huh?
These were just cheaper.
Cheater, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the transition were like extra, like I don't know, for the common shopper to be like extra $100. So I understand why people wouldn't want them because I mean it's not. Glasses aren't cheap, man. Is
No,
what
they're
it really comes
not.
down to. You know, what I mean?
They're
Like, glasses
not.
are not cheap. So like if you're gonna sit there and like buy a pair, you want to make sure you grab something that you actually appreciate, look good in, you
Yeah.
want. You know, otherwise you're gonna be mad.
Well, and
Until you get another
right
pair.
after, I got like an HSA at work and stuff, so I was letting that build up. So we had, good chunk in there. I was like, yeah, let's just go get them. Go get what you need. We got, this.
got a
I look at it like it's like free money because it's not. It comes out
You
of my
don't
check,
feel it, though.
but I never see it.
Yep.
I never have to like get the money and then say, okay, I'm gonna deposit this here. It just comes right out of my check,
Untaxed.
Right, untaxed, right there, and the company matches too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hell yeah,
Yeah, run that.
run it up. Yeah, it really comes in handy for that though, like because I can use it not just for me, I can use it for my family too. As long as
just
it's a
medical bills
medical
in
bill,
general.
right? And I could draw it off if I wanted to and pay that big old fucking tax on there. You gotta pay.
Mm-hmm.
Just like early retirement and all that. They're gonna fuck you. I wonder what the age is gonna be to retire when we're that age. Probably non-existent.
I feel like it's gonna skip our generation, dude. If I'm being honest, I hate to say it, but I really do feel they're not gonna have like anything
No.
like.
Yeah, maybe by the time like our kids or whatever are like like at our age or maybe a little bit older, they'll be like, okay, yeah, maybe retire. But I don't know about us, dude. I don't know. Especially with everybody like, which I think is a big catch-22 with the whole nobody wants to go back to work because they want, the pay, which is like good. Stick it to the man now while you can, while there's not a lot of people working.
Yeah.
Stick it to him now and hold out. But then at the same time, it's like now we're getting all these shortages. I can't help but think because it kind of go hand in hand a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
And when is the time where who's going to give? You know what I mean? Like I see a lot of cooks. Like you'll take cook, for example, saying they're not going to go back to work in a restaurant unless they're getting at least like 17, 18 bucks an hour
Right.
to cook their food. They have like so much years experience. I'm like, yeah, good. Fucking stick your guns right now. But then what happens when all these places start having to close?
Right. Because I feel like it's like back and forth, dude. So like keeping it unnamed, like there's like, I mean, you've seen my Facebook. I get into like interesting discussions with a whole lot of people. You know what I mean? For like different topics,
And you're kind of like me in a sense too, a little bit, where you like post something and then like let it lie for a little while.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
You just kind
I'll-
of see what happens.
I'll make the post, dude, then like I'll throw in my 2 cents for the first, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes until I stop caring or have to do something. And then I'll just go and do something. I'll check back a couple hours later and I'll have like 100 responses and people are just mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. I'm like, whoa.
glad to see that you guys can't have like discussions. You know what I mean? You can't like
Right.
agree or disagree or whatever. You have to start name calling and
Right.
threatening, you know, all that. It's fucking stupid to me.
Yeah, I don't understand it. It's like nobody can just have just a simple just back and forth, and then even at the end, if you don't get anywhere, you just all right, well, I guess we're just not going to agree.
Right, just
on
walk
it.
away. But yeah, like the
We can agree on this, and that, but that I don't think we're ever going to agree on. Okay.
Yep. Well, like the
Whatever.
part that I was like aiming at though is that like I was talking to one of my buddies and like he was speaking and there's a whole like the COVID scare and how some people want the vaccine, other people don't want the vaccine, some people want to go back to work, other people don't want to go back to work. So a man's words, unnamed, but like he said specifically like, yo, dude, if you're working around like customer service and stuff and you like feel fearful of like the whole COVID piece, there's a whole lot of jobs that are hiring that we can go ahead and work from home. Just find one of those jobs. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like I do feel that like, and I'm not saying that this is for like the entire shortage of everything because there's no fucking way, you know. But like a good chunk, or at least a decent chunk, you know what I mean, of like the shortage of jobs around you, they're probably just working at jobs where they can work from home.
You mean so the shortages that we're experiencing? You know, a lot of those people took jobs where they could work from home.
Well, I mean,
Is that what you're saying?
To a degree, you know what I mean. So like, let's say if you're like a business owner, right, and then you have I don't know, you used to work inside of office cubicles where you had people come in, punch in, work at a computer their entire shift, right?
Right.
They can work from that same computer stuff. They have authentication to be able to log in from their at-home computers, you know? So at that point, you can grow your, realistically grow your company because you're not paying for people. You don't have to worry about paying for the lights of the building.
The
You don't have to
office
worry
space.
about,
The office space.
right, you're not paying rent for the office space. You're not paying for the light for the office space. You don't have to
Yeah.
worry about people coming in, punching out, and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, you literally just, like, clock them for the time that they're putting in, like, whatever, like, work effort.
Right.
So if a lot more people are working with that, those companies, I don't know of them, but they do exist because I've seen a whole lot of people that I know that are work from home, you know. Those ones are booming, dude. But again, like the cooks where you actually have to
Like the service industry.
go into service, bar, music, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I'm really
factories.
interested to see how the music industry is gonna do because like
Yeah.
I know that especially like in like West Michigan, like there's a lot of like sound techs, like sound guys, whatever, like they haven't been like paid very well, or even like bar backs, bartender, you know what I mean, that just aren't paid very well in general. Even with the tips, you know what I mean, they're not really breaking anything like crazy substantial that's gonna like be like
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
mind shattering, you know. So between like the amount of like how to say underemployment or unemployment that's being offered, on top of what other people are like, yeah, I mean, like I'll pay $12, $15 for an hour for like a really dope sound guy that I couldn't get out of Job X. Like, oh yeah, it's a slide over here. You know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of people and a lot of businesses that are taking the action to be able to like cherry pick those other people, like they're gonna be prospering, dude. A lot of companies will suffer. A lot of companies will close. You know what I mean? But
Right.
and it really sucks though for like the small, in my opinion, for like the small business owners that can't afford to pay their employees those wages. That's where like my personal concern is with that. You know,
Well, that's where everybody goes with inflation. Like the amount of money goes up, the amount they're gonna have to pay people, then we're gonna have to pay more for the product and or the whatever the service, whatever it is. Like it's all gonna go up. So if you were paying $20 for a haircut before, and now everybody's wages went up $5, well, you're gonna be paying $30 now for your haircut or whatever that would be adjusted to. So it's like you're always in the same boat.
I see that happening personally.
You know, that's but as far as at least the mom and pop, the small business, your downtown shops and stuff like that. You could say places like Amazon and all like, you know, the big companies, Walmarts and stuff like that. Like they can afford to pay their employees and not change shit. Like we shouldn't see the effects at the grocery store. You're still going to. You're going to see stuff go up. Maybe it's by cents and not dollars, but you're going to see it.
Oh, that's up.
But that's where we shouldn't be seeing it. If you're going to see it, it's going to be at your, you know,
Local level stuff.
Sperry. We have like a Sperry's movie theater here. Like that's going to go way up. You know, like all of your haircuts and stuff. Like if you go to your barber shop, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of stuff is what I see. And then it will naturally just be weeded out because people won't go.
Yep. It's the absolute truth. Like, I don't know, like the issue that I feel is gonna be like more than consistent with that is that the greedy 1%, you know, they're gonna look at the fact that like, yo, I used to make $2.5 million every hour. Just trying to figure out.
Yeah.
I'm not rich, but
Right.
like I used to make 2 point, phenomenal and making 2.3. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, how can I change that? Because like, as much as I hate to admit it, I feel that rich people would really be really good at like metagaming, like inside of video games, because they're consistently looking at like what is it, the cost as well as like the retrieval. Like I don't think
Right.
the proper word, like to be able to min max everything, you know what I mean, like just minimize the workload, maximize the profits. Like how can I continually min max? Like of course, like to a certain degree they just stop caring about like the people who are like making their money because like, they're just looking at just min maxing, you know, which
Right.
I feel is what was happening at GameStop. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they're
Dude, for
just
real.
they just like they're too in the book and not like okay, what
Not
else is
actually
going
in the
on?
room.
What else is going on here? Yeah, like that person in the room that is like literally reading a book, and you're talking to them, and then they're finally, huh?
Oh yeah, sure.
We gotta pay you better. Oh, I didn't think about that.
Oh yeah, like let me think about it.
Exactly,
into the
right
book.
back into the book. Yep, typical book reader too. Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I
okay,
mean?
and then right back into it.
Well,
Yep.
that's
Yeah,
the
let me-
thing.
let me-
Like outside of the restaurant industry, most of the people that are fucking complaining about being short staffed are the same people that cut a bunch of staff as soon as all this shit happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
it's like now look, you ran out your people and now you're trying to hire in and it's not
No.
working out for you.
The
Karma's a
only
bitch.
the only crumb I would give them for those decisions is that there was a lot of shit in place though.
True.
There was a lot of shit in place to help those people that do lose their jobs. So they're just like, yo, we're gonna have to cut you, but unemployment's gonna pay you fat.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like I was told, like I took a little time off in the beginning when it first hit. This was like April.
Right.
Well, it hit in March, but then it was like April. I was like, yo, I'm gonna take some time off. Like like that time I was kind of freaking out a little bit. Not like freaking
Right.
out, like,
like,
but
what's
I'm like,
going
what's
on?
going on? I need to protect my girls more than anything. And all these fucking, I'm a janitor, dude. I'm around all day. I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, I'm gonna fuck you in the ass right now, but I got young kids.
Right.
And she was just straight up like, she's like, well, you can quit and you'll get unemployment. You will get it. But I can't guarantee you your job, or I can offer you. They had emergency FMLA.
Right.
So
That's
it was
only
like-
for a certain amount of time. And
it was like 12 weeks that I had total that I could use. So I used some of that to come home, but then I was guaranteed my job back. Because my mind this whole time was like, I mean, obviously there's lots of people that got fucked too. There's lots of people that just got fired, and then they just kind of eliminated the positions, and they just said, fuck you. But in my mind, I was just like, I gotta fucking keep a job.
yeah.
Because for one, I need to have the job. For two, my personality is if I have too much time away, I'll get like way too used to it.
Right.
And it'll be really fucking hard. Dude, I take a week off from work. I go back, I'm like, fuck.
I was doing
I gotta get
what?
Yeah, like
Like-
even a week. I couldn't imagine like,
No,
years.
I feel it, dude. I feel it, bro. Because like there'd be days. I mean, again, anybody that knows me knows that like before the whole like COVID stuff, I didn't stop moving, bro. Like,
No,
there's
dude,
case
you've
where,
run like a 3-job dude, basically,
on
plus a band.
consistent basis, dude.
Plus
like,
band and plus everything.
Mhm,
Like
yeah,
you'd be
'cause-
helping out doing sound and shit, like for shows. And,
it was like going through running stages, helping out with that, dude. Going checking out this.
yeah, running
Networking
stage
and
hands.
you know what I mean? Yeah, just like
Yeah.
taking care of those odds and ends, bro. And like I'd work like an 8 to 10 hour shift over at GameStop to go like help out at the intersection for however long, or go help out at Mulligan's for however long. I mean, like it was a case where I'm just
Yeah, because
moving.
yeah, just
and
constantly.
like when I first started going back to work, because like when GameStop shut down, like obviously the venues were shut down, so that we got next quick.
Yeah.
After GameStop slowed down, I ended up having to like stop that for a bit, because like they closed the Woodland Mall and they were like, "Yo, dude, can't have it open." Blah blah blah. COVID. So I was like, whatever. Like I'll take my forced time off, and
Yeah.
so I just chilled, like for the first little bit. Like me and my brother just kind of like played games a whole lot, and then we finally just like sat down and got like one of those big throwaway, like I don't even want to call it, dumpster. Like you rented like fucking
Yeah.
big ass dumpster.
Yeah, you rented
like-
one. Had
yeah,
to
so
drop
you
it
just-
off.
Man,
Yeah, dude.
filled it like twice, so like
Ooh,
2-3
damn.
times. We had a lot of stuff, bro. Like we had a lot of stuff inside the basement.
So that's when you started in the basement.
Yeah,
that we were talking about before the podcast.
Yep. Yeah, like that's when the whole started, dude. Because like, how to say, like the closure stuff hit like March ? And then gamed super hard until probably April. April's like late April's when I ordered my guitar. I don't even think I told you I got my guitar. It took so fucking long. But
Oh yeah,
it took forever. But like
everything is right now.
yeah, come like April is like when we started like making the plans for the stuff, and then May is when we like put the plan into actuality to be able to get all that stuff rolled out. And then like late May is when I went back to work at GameStop, but it wasn't just like usual work though, because like just like we're talking about the shortages, dude. Like nobody want to work at GameStop, dude. Like yeah, make sure you sell this amount of pro cards, this many reservations, and make sure you push all the shit. Like yo, I know we have a new game coming out. So like dude, we were closed for fucking Final Fantasy, dude. Like for Final Fantasy's big release. So when like my store opened back up, there's a whole lot of pissed off people. They're like, yo man, I pre-ordered my copy of Final Fantasy here, but I didn't get it here because y'all was closed because of COVID. And they're like acting like it was my choice. You know what I mean, dude? I was like,
Customers suck.
yeah, so like that
Honestly, dude.
that was super stupid, and like even then, like my bosses were having me like cart boatloads. Dude, like I drive an SUV, dude. You know, so like I was like filling my SUV with like systems, controllers, games, and dropping them off at this store, that store, the other store, because people were cool with going inside of there. When it came to like
So you're a fucking delivery guy too?
But when it came to Woodland Mall, people didn't want to go inside there because it's Woodland. You know what I mean? Like you've had a choice to be able to go to Woodland or Rivertown during a pandemic. Where would you go?
Oh, fucking Rivertown is huge.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not talking shit about Woodland, but like anybody who's ever like, yo, like if there's gonna be one cleaner mall between Rivertown or Woodland during a pandemic, it's gonna be Rivertown.
Oh yeah. You know what? My brain went there for a minute. Zombies. I don't know why. Was it just like what mall you want to
think
go
that'd be
to during a
sick.
pandemic? I'm like, yeah, Rivertown because it's.
I'd say
huge.
Rivertown, dude. Like, there's like twice the amount of stores and like a pretty compact amount of space, dude. And there's so many nooks and crannies. Like
So
I
many,
know
dude.
like the back
a
hallways
mall,
over
dude,
there.
A mall is where you want to go
Yeah.
because there's like the lower levels too, where all the trucks go through. Shit, dude, you got like
Yeah.
ample amount of hiding spots if you needed one.
Mad gates. You know what I mean? So you have like presumably you happen to have the master key, but you have like just
Right.
like gates for extra line of defense. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
back doors
the
have like
gates.
additional locks
Yeah.
and stuff. You know what I mean? So you can like dip out there, do like run through this building, lock that door, go through the back room, get to like the back hallway, then dip out.
I was
to the
just
trash
gonna
lane,
say
you know?
every
So-
like store has like the back door too to this hallway thing.
in that same conversation, they could be like mad zombies back there too. However, like for
Right.
the first couple days, I feel that'd be like pretty clean to be able to get away. But once it
Mm-hmm.
starts getting messy, it is going to be messy. You know what I mean?
Be one of
'Cause-
those places that you'd like when Walking Dead got the prison.
Yeah.
A mall would be like probably second best
Yep. If you can
because
hold
you
down
like
those doors,
all the
dude,
gates too, and
them
all-
doors
all-
heavy. Them doors heavy. Dude.
That's like second best. Like you can find a big ass mall and fortify it. Like you'd have ample amount of room.
Oh yeah,
to
you
keep
got all
people.
the shelves. You have so much metal inside of the mall to be able to fortify. You know what I mean? Like the biggest issue with that would be honestly just fortifying the glass doors. Like, but after you get past the glass doors, I feel like the rest
Right.
of them are going to be pretty
Right.
self-contained. You know, 'Cause,
Yeah.
like for a lot of them, they
It
have
is
like
a lot
the-
of glass, I guess. Huh?
Right though, like you're looking at like with Rivertown as an example, you have like the the shitty parking lot entrance, like to the second floor with like the piece underneath it, both have glass. You have the bookstore and a little bit of whatever's on the right side of the shitty parking lot entrance, whatever. Like there's glass over there too, and then you have downstairs in the back of the movie theater that's glass.
Right. So the first place you'd want to fortify would be like the J.C. Penney or something, or something like that. The one that's got like no windows really on the outside or something, maybe just a few, but it's like one big store.
Yeah,
So you
just
start
like
with that.
solidify that so you
Yeah.
know you don't have to think twice. You're like that's already done.
That's
like that.
base.
good.
Like that is base, and then from there you like filter
Branch
out
out.
the rest of the mall.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be
Boy.
the healthiest choice of action inside
Yeah.
of that case, dude.
Yeah. No shit. I wish the best would be if one of those big ass stores was a hardware store. Though.
I was gonna say, like, if it's
If
either
you're in a
a
fucking
hardware
J.C.
store or
Penney, what
next
the
to
fuck
a
are you
hardware
getting
store.
there? What are you getting there to help you? Like hangers?
I mean, you got cloth, dude. Like, I know that
Molotov
the,
cocktails.
I know that the Train to Busan was nowhere near like real as far as like actual how it would work out. But like, I'm thinking about that. That have you seen the Train to Busan? If you like zombie movies, one of my favorite zombie movies. I'm sorry, I'm gonna spoil for like fucking 45 seconds. Just
Spoiler
fast forward or
alert.
whatever, right? Because I care about that shit. We can talk about that, dude. Like, I
Yeah.
care about spoilers. So, spoiler for Train to Busan. There's a part inside the movie where like this big buff fucking football player guy, dude. Like, well, everybody does it, but like the main dude, like he's running it. He wraps a couple pillows like around his fucking forearms and like duct tapes it on there, so it's like armor, dude. Because like zombies
pillows.
attack through
Okay.
bites, you know. So like,
Right.
if you can't get bit, you know what I mean. So they gotta
That's
like
fucking
they gotta bite
smart.
through like how many layers of fabric and stuff, dude. So like. Yeah, I'll take a JCPenney's, you know, because at
Yeah.
that point, you
Yeah,
have
well, you're
fabric,
gonna
you have
take
fucking
anything.
belts, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be as efficient as a hardware store, dude. But if you have that
No.
right, like, mind connection, you can make that bitch into a hardware store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've
No,
got
that's
sewing
smart.
kits, you got needles, you got thread, you've got all the clothes, all the fabric.
Oh, you
fucking
got
think of.
do got like the dishware departments? You got knives and shit.
You have something
wasn't
to
thinking
start
about
off
that.
with. Yeah, you know, if we're talking JCPenney
You got
specifically,
beds.
you can go to sleep.
Yep.
Again, if you got that key, dude, fucking drop that bitch, dude. Like, I'm sure they have alarm clock, you know, not alarm clocks, but like,
Alarms.
like home fucking defense. Well, not JCPenney.
Well, that shit might not be running if it was like a world pandemic and like there's like a zombie to take.
Yeah,
you
I
over.
can't rely on that.
Can't
They'd
rely on
they have a
power.
good chunk of batteries though.
Yeah.
That'd get you going.
That'd
for
be
a
the
little
next
bit.
store I'm going to is wherever there's some sort of like Dick's Sporting Goods or something like some hardware type store or I don't know why I said Dick's. There's one in Hollywood.
Right. Sponsor us, Dicks.
I'm kidding. Sponsor the podcast Dick's.
This
Yeah.
podcast brought to you by Dicks. Open up.
Open up.
And it shows like it shows a cut of like the customer outside the door, like, are you guys open yet?
That's great.
Dude, I hate
Film our
opening.
own.
I hate opening store customers, dude. I hate it.
Opening.
Yeah, dude. Like
the
the
worst.
people that like when you open at 10 o'clock and there's people waiting outside at like what 9:45.
Yeah.
They're just pacing, looking at you just while you're opening, counting the money. And
I
I'm
did that
like,
at Best Buy. I was one
that
of
shit-
them. I waited in my car.
man. Well, I mean, I feel like that's different. Like the people that come in, they're just waiting. They're like, oh, I'm just looking around. Okay, so you waited outside of my store for how long to come in and look around? Like, what
Yeah.
are you doing right now? like, what
You have
should be
nothing
doing?
else to do. Yeah, I just happened to get there and I walked up and I was like, oh, they're fucking closed right now? I looked at my phone. I was like, oh, I only got like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, just like
waited.
go through a wait around with that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like, no, I'm just looking around.
Oh, that's weird, dude.
Or they hit you with the, I know what I want. And then you're like,
I know what
okay. So you go wait by the register and you seem just like look at like 6 items and walk out. I'm like, fuck you too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could have
Apparently
said to
we
your
don't
browse,
have it.
dude, like, yeah, just
You
be
just
honest
say
with
that
it,
as they
dude.
leave. Like, we don't have it.
Right? Man, there's so many things I wish I could say and like social, like not social media, but like as far as like working retail, dude, like
Like, if you didn't plan on working retail ever again after this, I would have said it everything before I left. Why not? All the sarcasm.
dude, that last week
throw
I was
it
hitting
out.
people with it. That
Real.
last week I was hitting people
Yeah.
with it, dude. Like
Your
people
coworker
that
was probably
called
like,
me hearing about it.
damn.
Hey man, you guys got any PS5s? Nope. Click. You know what I mean, dude?
yeah,
like,
yeah.
bro, because like,
Nope.
especially toward the end of that, like that was like the biggest part of my life, dude.
Was
Just,
answering
like,
the phone to answer
the
about
fucking
PS5s.
phone, dude. So like, if you walk into the Woodland Mall's
Everybody, hey, you got
GameStop, right,
PS5?
dude?
No.
You have a sign on the right side of the door, so like you have like, the gate. You have 2 signs on the top right of the door that say we don't have PS5s. You got 2 signs right below that say we don't have Xbox Series or like the Xbox whatever, you know. And then so you walk in a little bit and there's that pillar. There's another 2 signs that say we don't have the PlayStation as well as the Xbox. And as you approach the fucking front counter, you have like the big like, let's call it wood. It's not wood. It's like slat wall. They have like the 2 like slat wall big boys that come across like the 3 like plastic things. And there's still another 2 more signs that say that we don't have the PS5s or Xbox, right?
Yeah.
We still have people that just walk blindsided past all of them boys in colored paper. Hey, y'all got any more of them systems? No, we don't. Yeah, you do. No, I don't. Can you check inside of the back? Me knowing that like our system
Check
room,
in the back,
like
dude.
me knowing that our system room, that like the room that's dedicated for the systems, has all of like 2 fucking switches, like 2 switch lights, maybe a PS Vita in the beginning. You know what I mean? But like, I know I personally, like I told you, carted off all the Xboxes over here, carted
Well,
off all the
especially
PlayStations
at
over
a
there. Like, I don't have
store like
anything.
that. Especially at a store like that. It's like, bro, come on. You don't think I know what I got back there?
Right, this place ain't that big.
Yeah.
It's really not that big, dude. You're looking
Fucking
at most of it.
Walmart, though, I will ask at Walmart if it's something I really want.
No, at Walmart for sure,
Oh, I'm
dude. Like
asking.
that's
I've worked there. I fucking know that back room. Like, you might find it.
man. Like this room is bigger than the room for all the video game systems inside of GameStop.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
like, you're
Like,
gonna
bro,
ask me,
you-
like, what's in there? Like, we don't have tables and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, we have just systems
That's
stacked
it.
when we have them. Like, systems just stacked up with it, dude. Like,
yeah. Yeah,
No.
Yeah, when we have them.
Yeah, like when we're gonna get restocked, we're probably gonna get 2.
Yeah.
And like the people that like I told like we got like what is it 4 or some shit on like Black Friday for like the PS5s, and then like they're coming and asking them.
You got 4. What did you say?
We have for Black Friday we got all of like 4.
Oh, you
I don't remember the
4.
number
Okay.
like specifically, but I'm pretty sure it's only like 4, maybe 6. But
You had
we got like 4. Yeah, dude.
Holy shit.
And then so actually no, dude, for the pre-orders we had a total of 6. For Black Friday, we only got 1 PlayStation 5 and we got 2 Xboxes. And then so like and for whatever reason they told us is like the employees are like, no, you can't post the number of like systems that you have outside. I was like, dude, so like hold on, dude. So I want to make sure that we're crystal clear together. Is that like we're not open on Thanksgiving because you guys can't at this point. You know what I mean? We all know we've been working otherwise.
Yeah.
But you can't have us working there. So on Wednesday we can't have people do that. So then like when Thursday night after dinner, when people start camping out, when we don't open up until 10 o'clock because of pandemic, they're out there for 16 hours. It was sorry, the first person line got it. You know what I mean? Like I would be pissed, dude. Like I don't condone violence, but I feel like I'd stab somebody at that point, dude.
Yeah,
like,
dude, I would too. Like you guys knew
if you
only
didn't have
had
a
one.
heater and you were just sitting outside, like
No, that's when you just
dude.
make up everything. You just like I don't know, dude. Truck got here, they only had one for us, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Man, nah, man.
Shut the lights off and fucking leave.
I wanted to, because like one of my boys hit me up at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. He was like, "Yo, bro, you got like 50, you got like effectively 50 people waiting outside your store." And like I'm still like in bed, you know, but like my boy looking out for me is like, "Yo, you got like this many people outside, just so you know." And I was like, and that's when he asked me how many systems. I was like, straight up, this is all I got, dude. you know, I was
Yeah.
like, straight up. He was like, all right, bet. So he knew not to wait, but like he also like
knew
being
not to
him-
wait. He's
Yeah,
like,
him
yeah.
being him, he was like, yo, dogs, like you try to tell people inside the line, like he's only got this many. The rest of y'all don't have to worry about that. Some people are like, yo, yeah, like the people that didn't believe him, you know, like when I went in there,
Honestly, I probably wouldn't believe him.
no, yeah,
If I didn't know who he was, and I was just standing out there waiting for my PS5, and this guy came up and was like, "Yo, he's only got one. He's only got one." I'd be like, "Nah, I don't know if
I've been
he's."
tough.
Yeah.
right, dude.
Well, because you got hecklers stuff, you know, like they ain't planning on buying one. They're just walking by, maybe. And they're just
Yeah.
like, oh, he's only got
They're
one.
like a troll,
He's only
yeah.
got one. You know, like I'd stick in
Yeah,
line.
I feel it, dude. I feel
I'd
you.
stick in line.
No, I feel you. Like anybody again that knows me knows him. That and like he's one of the people. Like he's just like he comes into the store and sticks around for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people like, yo, you work here? Nah, I can answer your question though.
Right.
He's one of those people. You know what I mean? So he was like, you know. So I feel like it's more the regulars that were like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Maybe
You know
people
what I
that
mean?
knew. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, know that we talk.
And then
like
that might change my decision too. If everybody was like, "Nah, he's legit. Like he, you know,
Yeah,
he
he's
doesn't work
standing
there,
around.
but I guess
he might as
he's
well.
the resident GameStop.
Like
guy.
I'm surprised they don't offer him a job. You know, he's like
Right.
one of those people. So
Yeah, it's like, why haven't you?
does he know the truth?
Yeah. Oh, he would have
Like
been like,
even if
nah,
I offered it, he'd be like, nah, I'm good.
I'm good on all that. Really? Yeah, it's that bad.
Man, yeah, dude, like
Fuck that.
I can only speak
places
of
like that suck though.
the difference in like my mentality, the way that like I'm just like waking up in the mood. So like beforehand, I'm like, oh, I have to work tomorrow, so I just like try to like stay up and be like as joyful in like video games with like pastime, so I'm not just like feeling depressed the whole time because I was going through like seasonal depression on top of COVID weirdness, on top of just like that level of holiday, and like I'm used to working holidays where you get like 144, 206 hours to be able to schedule for people for the week. During that stuff, dude, like going into it, they're like, oh yeah, you need to hire 2 more seasonals for the entire time. I'm like, all right, well, I got one good one because I'm just going to hire one of my old SGAs back, so I don't really need a second one because I know he can handle 12 hours.
Well, what about the guy that works there all the time, or basically there all the time?
You know what I mean? He didn't want to. He didn't want
You're like,
to.
come on, bro, you're here all the
Yeah,
time. Anyways.
there's,
Help me out.
Like, it
Help me out.
actually relevant to it, though.
You'll get paid for standing here.
I hired my boy.
the fuck, man, you're here anyways.
I hired my boy back in for like the how to say the holiday season for that, right? So like it was super easy to push through. And then they're like, yeah, you're good on hiring people. You're good on hiring people. And like this store is going through issues. So I was sending my employees go like patch up that store, go patch up that store, go patch up that store. Cause like that employee got COVID. So all those people have to go out. So I have to give my employees outside of my choice to another store. And then after you take my good employees, you're going to turn around and ask me why my numbers dropped.
Yeah.
When I only have my seasonals during the holiday season.
Yeah. Like you're just
Real conversations, by the way. very real conversations and
Yeah.
consistent ones. You
Yeah.
know what I mean, dude? So
Yeah,
I was
and you're like, what the fuck?
Yo, like you know you took this dude and sent him over there, and you know that he's one of my stronger employees, and you're gonna ask me why the numbers dropped because he wasn't the
Yeah,
really. So
dude, that's ridiculous.
I
That's,
don't know. It's super stupid, man.
that must have took some strong poise to be able to not go off the handle like that, because there's only so much that I'll even fucking take. I mean, fuck. I mean, me and I've been at my place for 2 years and like a month now or something. I was just 2 years, and it wasn't even a year in. And me and like my supervisor, he's kind of like my supervisor, kind of not. He's just my boss's right hand dude. And like we were fucking yelling at each other. I was in the middle of cleaning the bathroom. He come by, he's like said some shit, and I barked back, and then he barked, and then I was like, "Fuck you!" I said, "You're
Just
not
going
even."
back.
I was like, "You're not even my fucking boss." He's like, "Well, I can still tell you what to do." I was like, "Go ahead and fucking try."
I mean, you can tell me, but I'm not gonna listen. You know what I mean?
Like I'm surprised nobody came out and fucking hurt. But now we're fine.
Yeah,
We're fine now.
It
But
was just that-
sometimes
it was
it
a
takes
stressful
that.
time, dude. Yeah,
Like people shouldn't be afraid of that. You know, I mean, maybe you're not throwing out, fuck you. I knew this guy. I knew I could swear.
Yeah.
But when you stand your ground, sometimes maybe you're not gonna. Don't do it to where you're obviously gonna lose your job. Start threatening and shit
Right,
like that.
yeah.
But you stand your fucking ground and you stick up for yourself. Sometimes, like in the long run, it's gonna work out, because it's like now you kind of both know. You both know, like, okay, what it takes to get to that point.
Yeah.
How we've grown from that point, and then you can almost, like, I'm fine.
It's almost freedom past that, dude.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's not like, aha, I won, I'm finally stand up for myself, but it's also thinking about, like, if you want to retain that job, you know what I mean?
You know what I
You want to
mean?
be there for a while, like, you're not going to be able to do that for
Yeah,
years.
just don't go
years.
past that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I mean, I could have sat there and said, well, he's like 5 or 7 years from retirement, so I got 5 or 7 years of bullshit I got to deal with. But
Right, you know what I mean? But you're kind of like,
yeah,
all
no.
right.
Like, yeah, I'm barking back. Yeah, like, no, like, it works. It works. It does. Sometimes, yeah, maybe it might backfire, I guess, but
I mean,
it's the risk that you're willing to take. But
Yeah.
you can ask my wife. Like, I don't really just hold my tongue for that kind of shit.
So-
If I'm feeling disrespected at all, then I'm gonna say something.
no, I talked about it a couple times and they didn't like it. Like, they couldn't do anything about it for the longest time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that was the only issue, So I just like hung out with it, but I just got sick of like hearing about it because it's a different level of like. So when we were talking the last time, how we were talking about like when you go to a job and you feel appreciated, you want to do like extra stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Like I did not feel appreciated. You know what I mean? Like and
Yeah.
the fact that I'm like taking care of like this, that, the other, and like doing all this extra stuff, and just like metaphorically, I forget homeboy's name, like the dude that's like holding up the earth.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Yeah, like I felt like I was like doing that for him.
There's a fucking name for that guy. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, Atlas. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay.
holding up. Yeah, not like this, but he's like,
There you go.
So Atlas is holding that stuff up. So like, no, I felt like I was doing some like Atlas stuff, to be able to make sure that like my store is taken care of as well as other stores are taken care of. But meanwhile, like when I say that like my mental health is not okay, like I feel that like for a lot of cases, I found like before COVID, especially if I was sick, I just like muscled through, go to work, and everything.
Yeah.
If I like when I hurt my back, dude, I was limping around the store, making sure that stuff was taken care of. You know what I mean? You
Right.
can ask the employees, you can ask the customers. Like I was effectively limping at work, making sure that GameStop was good. And then meanwhile, like I see my boss like get written up for someone else is dumb as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dumb as
It's
hell,
like,
dude.
dude,
So,
I'm breaking my back over here. That's why I-
literally, dude, I was literally, bro.
Like that's why I think like policies and workplaces and stuff, like say like attendance policies and stuff like that should just be guidelines.
Yep.
I don't think they should be carved in stone.
I
Like
agree
if
with
you have
that.
like a really good employee, right? Like say your point system is 7 points. Let's just throw
Mm-hmm.
that out there. So you have a 7-point system. You get to 7 points. In the handbook it says you're fired. But you have like a really good employee, had like a shit fucking year. Maybe you don't offer, maybe you're not a big company, you can't offer like, like bereavement pays and stuff like that. Maybe they had a couple deaths, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're at like 7 and then you just fucking can their ass. That's just
Like, oh,
ridiculous.
the book's at 8.
Because that,
You know
happens,
what I mean?
that happens all the time. Anybody that works in a factory, then all of a sudden you're just like, where's so-and-so? And they're like, oh, he got fired because of attendance. And you're like, what?
Man,
what?
if
That
any
dude
of
that
my
dude was here
jobs-
for 8 years or whatever. Fucking worked all the overtime, like did everything, and then he got fired for attendance.
Dude, if there's any of my jobs that cared about that, I wouldn't be working there. Like, my attendance is not good, dude. Like, I told you when I was on the way over here, dude. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm running late."
No,
And
well,
you're
I guess
like-
I'm talking more like Collins. One I mentioned, like
Well, no,
Breeden
I
and
know
stuff
of
like
places
that.
that are like, "Yo, dude, so like 5 minutes is that window time, and if you're 6 minutes late, you get a point." I know places like that, dude.
Dude, mine is no, there is no minutes. It's 5 or you get a quarter of a point.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm
It's
like,
it's
what
one of
the
those you
fuck?
do or you don't.
And not during this whole time. What I keep bitching about too is because you got this stupid form that we have to fill out, and then it's like 5 minutes after that form is filled out, then your badge is activated to get in the door. There's been so many times I roll up there and it's like 4:57. And I'm like, shit, I didn't fill out the form.
Right,
And
5 minutes
I'm
later.
tardy, and the fucking my boss is like he's a great boss because he leaves me alone. When it comes to that shit, there's like no talking to him about it at all. It's just like, no, you're late.
Right.
I'm like, dude, I filled out the. You can see
do
me
it.
on the camera standing at the door.
You couldn't do right, man. Like,
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 that's just
I understand
annoying.
the idea of that. However, I feel if I'm doing any form of paperwork for my job, that's technically work because I wouldn't be doing it otherwise.
Well,
You know what I
I
mean,
feel like
dude?
I feel like there's a lot of people that benefit from this conversation too, just because they're feeling all the same ways.
You know what I mean? They're
You know
like,
what I
oh
mean?
yeah. You know,
But let's
like-
fucking get into like some fucking band shit because I heard some fucking terrible news. I heard some terrible news from your mouth. Well, it was
Yeah.
from your text message,
from the thumbs.
from your thumb.
From the thumbs. Yeah.
So
dude.
your band Echo Silence is done.
Yep, done skied.
Done skied.
Yeah.
Done
Yeah, I know.
skied. Yeah. Jesse, you
feel
can
it
adjust
too.
that mic stand. I forgot to do that for you,
all
but you
good.
can move it all up and
All
stuff.
good.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel it, dude. Like, I don't know. It's a very frustrating topic, but I feel like I speak very clearly and cleanly when I'm like frustrated because like
Yeah.
customer service for how many fucking years?
Yeah. Like how
know what I
like
mean?
90% of your job is being frustrated.
You know what I mean? Like being frustrated and speaking to people in a very, you know what I mean? So like,
Very just like
man, like when I say it's frustrating, it's fucking frustrating, dude. So like, super fucking relevant, not intentional, super relevant. I showed you the basement.
Yep.
So
Which is
There's
basement
been-
to give people context was
Yeah.
like basically a Michigan style basement. If you don't know what a Michigan style basement is, it's like, you walk down some steps, it's like cement floor, like brick walled up, it kind of looks like a cellar. And he fixed this whole room up to be some badass like whole man cave. Like it's got pool table, lounge. Like if you're like one of those basement fixer upper people, like I am, like you'd cream.
hella shout out to Rob. Like hella shout out to my brother too. Like he needs to have the majority of that spotlight. I
Yeah.
will not take, you know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
that was a good chunk. So like, there's a big difference that came through. There were some members that wanted us to be able to accomplish like so much recording in like a certain like time frame.
Okay.
Other members that weren't like keeping up to that time frame because of like different responsibilities, like we spoke of before.
Right.
So
other people got some more shit going on in their life, and then these other ones are like, we want to
yeah,
record as much as
so
possible.
some people were, like we were talking about the whole like unemployment stuff. Like some people just weren't working, other people
Right.
were working, taking care of odds and ends.
Yep.
So with all that being taken care of, you know what I mean? Like I'll admit that like I definitely could have like taken like more of an initiative, like write down like my thoughts. So I was still writing music, I just wasn't fucking recording that stuff, dude. Because like
Right.
between like the beat of like doing the whole basement, dealing with the entirety
Yeah.
of the GameStop stuff, dude, like. I haven't even went into detail about the amount of training that I went into for the eyeglass place, dude. Because again, like, I did not wear glasses, have not had an eye exam since I was like 6 years old, maybe.
Yeah.
And then so like I had to study about eyeglasses, which is something completely foreign to me, to be able to sell this adequately to people who have
Okay.
like high prescriptions. Because I think that's medical stuff, dude.
So you confused me because earlier I said, oh well, you're like, yeah, I got the glasses. So you didn't wear glasses?
I've
before-
never worn glasses
before-
in my life, dude.
How long you had glasses?
2 months. I've
2
been working
months?
at the other 3 months now, but I've been
They're
working at the
natural
new
on you.
job.
They're
Yeah.
natural on you,
bro.
Honestly, because you were wearing them when you got here, and I just assumed you had them last time.
Oh, you're like, yep, no.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the whole thing of like looking
Take 'em
for
off
like the
real quick.
pair.
Okay, yeah. All right, now I remember. Now I
Yeah,
remember. Yep. Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, dude. So
you look
that's the
natural in
power
them
of finding
glasses.
like a good pair of glasses. You like said, like it's another accessory. So just like wear something that's gonna like help just your presentation overall. You know.
Yeah.
But no, so like I feel like I definitely could have like taken a bigger chunk with that, but like other people were very unhappy with like the turn on the music, or like recording, blah blah blah. So they sent a message to the group chat saying that they quit. You know what I mean? Like I can show you them like
Right.
there was a very more colorful language of being said because like we were all frustrated at that point, dude. Like we
So
were all frustrated at that point.
So how many members said they quit at one time?
How do you mean?
So you said they.
One person.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm thinking they. So one person said they quit.
Yes. Yep,
Okay.
yeah. So one person said that they quit. And then so like there's been like recent like speak of like me taking the email address from them and then they were saying whatever they said. You know what I mean? There's you know what I mean? It was on Facebook for a bit. Might still be there. I don't fucking know. But I was told.
I didn't honestly, dude. Honestly, dude. I did. That's why when you told me, I was like, I didn't had no idea because I really didn't. I didn't
Yeah,
see
it's all
any of
Facebook
it. Like,
algorithm, dude. Like at that point, because there's only one of us that were
well,
talking about it.
algorithm plus like like I said, like I'll go and post shit and then like I walk away and like I'm not scrolling.
I'm not reading all those. You know what I mean?
Well, like
I get
I'll-
the general tone.
I'll
Like,
be
oh, they
doing
mad.
something else or like editing a podcast or something. Like so
Just being productive, dude.
Yeah.
Being honest,
Yeah.
just doing stuff. But no, like so, like they're like super upset. So like they kicked me and like kicked the three of us off of the Facebook, so we don't have access to the Facebook. We're not administrators anymore.
Okay.
Like, but you quit. And then
Oh.
like kicked us out of the group chat. Like the last words that were said inside the group chat, like he gave his words about how he felt. I said, "You're the one that pulled the trigger." And then like that was the last thing that's been inside the group chat for months.
So this one person.
And then that one person kicked the three of us out of the group chat as well too. So we're kind of like, you quit.
Yeah.
You
Why
know
are
what I
you
mean?
keeping everything?
Like, what? And then so again, like anybody that knows me with Echo stuff, dude, like this is not being disrespectful. Like it's not saying anything. Like they know I network. They know I book the shows. Like for the majority of like the getting us out there, getting our music up, and this, that, and the other one, like getting like the promotion side. I did the promotion side. I do the social media stuff. Like I mean, like
Yeah.
I feel like we also talked about on my page. Among that thing where I was like, yeah, over quarantine, I've been boosting my shit up. So like, man, more people see it.
But honestly, I thought you were kind of like the Echo guy. Like I've seen everything like that, like through you.
Yeah,
So-
like that's what I'm saying. It's like I have that voice to be able to get like the information out there. Like I'll give again like full credit, dude, because I'm a very honest person with it. Is that for a lot of the music that's been released, like he was the one that wrote it. You know what I mean? I will definitely give credit to it. That doesn't mean that I didn't write my music. It just means that the music that was written, I brought some to the table. He brought some to the table. I show something he can. If he's being honest and real with himself, he'll agree too. That I'll present some stuff. He said, "Nah, fuck that." Da 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 da. He'd present something like, "Cool," because like I'm pretty fluent with stuff. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go ahead and learn that." And me and
Yeah.
him had a discussion about that where I'd present some stuff. I'm like, "Yo, dude, I feel like you just don't appreciate my music. I'll present stuff. You keep shooting it down." So I'm kind of like sitting on all this stuff. We keep learning yours. I like your music, but like,
right.
you know what I mean? He apologized for it. We were cool. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
brothers, bro. Dude, like fucking brothers, bro. But like after he quit, after he kicked us off the Facebook, after he removed us from like the group chat with it, I'm like, I mean, you can take that stuff, dude, but like I use the ever living dog shit out of the email for like networking, booking shows, getting hold of people outside. Like I use email, dude. You're
Like
not
I need that
gonna-
contact list.
You're not gonna remove me from the contact list that I built up over the years.
Yeah, like
So
I
of
need those
course-
contacts.
So of course, in my mind, I already got removed from that. I already got removed from that. Like, so I'm just, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, hold on to what's important to me with that shit, dude. Because like,
Yeah.
when he said he quit, we didn't kick him off the Facebook. I could have. I didn't remove him from the group chat. I could have. But
Yeah.
I was like, yo, dude, like, we had our differences with it. You know what I mean? Like, he's doing his stuff. He's got his band going on. Like, he's doing chill. But like, I'm over here. I'm taking care of my stuff. You know what I mean? It's fine. But then I randomly
Oh, so
get,
he's in
like,
another band.
yeah, and then so I randomly get a message from like my drummer saying like, "Oh yeah, I don't have that goes Facebook anymore." I'm like, "Oh," so I check. I'm like, "Okay," and then like I'm working, whatever day that it was, to like damn near 2:00 in the afternoon. I was just working lab coded up. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, can you see better? You know what I mean? Like doing that stuff, and like my phone goes off. Dude, I see a message that I was kicked out of the group chat. So I'm like, why do I keep getting
And is
removed
this
from
one-
stuff?
and he's the one that he lives over in Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why do
He's
I
got
keep
all
getting
the
removed from
confidence in
stuff?
the world to be able to just remove you from shit.
Right, dude. But I mean, like, as far as like him as a character with it, dude, like, he's one of the people where if he makes a bark with it, he has the attack to be able to back it up. You know what I mean? Like, and we've discussed this, like, not that it ever come to a physical altercation. However, if it did,
Yeah.
like, we discussed, we're like, I don't know who would win. You know what I mean? Like, and then, like, of all that time, like, we've never, like, taken the time to be able to try to bark and be like, no, I beat that nigga's that. Like, we've never, taken that, like, we've never been hostile towards each other. You know what I mean? Because, like,
Yeah.
I've always had a respect for him, and he's had a certain level of respect for me. It's just been like that. We've had our differences, and we're just kind of like, cool with it. Because, like, even like there's times where I like talk to my vocalist, dude. Like, me and him will effectively yell at each other, dude. But
Yeah.
like, I don't feel anger when I'm doing it. He doesn't feel anger when he's doing it. We just kind of like, this is how we discuss. And like other people
Yeah.
that have been there, like, listen to it, they're like, man, I felt kind of uncomfortable. You know what I mean? But we're like, no, this is how we communicate. It's cool.
At the end of it, you're just like, fuck, bro.
Yeah, yep. No, that's
You
how
know,
I feel,
yeah.
dude.
Like, you kind of get a little heated, but it's not like
You have that feeling just
You
going,
know what?
"Ka-chow!"
Yeah, you it's like getting heated. Like, I don't know, like this is what somebody you care about. Like,
Yeah.
you know, at the end of the heat, when the heat fizzles out, that you're gonna be all right.
Yeah, there's still gonna be like the
Yeah.
furnace there, whatever.
It's good to have that, though. It's good to be able to have real conversations with people that you're close with, because then you can let it all out. You can really let out how you feel about something. You know, whether you guys both disagree on it or not. It could be anything. I'm not saying it even has to be personal or a social issue or whatever. You know that motherfucker's going to give you his honest feedback.
honest response. Yeah,
Yeah. And it could get heated, but you know, like, they're not going to bullshit you.
yeah. And that's
Those
super
are the ones that
important, man.
those
Like,
are the
there's
ones
a-
you get in heated the ones that are an echo chamber are just like yeah. You don't really get pissed
Right.
off with them
honestly,
unless you
dude,
got to
like,
rely on them.
like to bring like a right.
You know,
another like
sometimes you're just like, oh fuck.
like another like part of the topic people bring into, like, we're talking about social media and people arguing whatever. Like the reason why I haven't removed those people from my page, because I don't want to echo chamber. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have those conversations. I want to know how other people are feeling. I want to know, like, yo, if I feel this way, you feel that way. Like, what point of view? How are you looking at this? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I can at least, like, even if I'm like, yo, dude, like, fuck you, like, the way you're looking is completely wrong.
Yeah.
I at least like to know, like, how other people are observing the situation, so we can at least, like, try to build that understanding, you know. But like, I feel with a lot of it, dude, it's just been like a lot of the lack of communication from both sides with it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
me personally, I have
It's
seasonal
like,
depression.
well, it's like he's so mad about something, like whatever, like it's the recording. Like, to me, that just seems like, why are you ending the band over that?
right?
You know, this is a pandemic. There's lots of people that have lots of time to do stuff right now, and there's lots of people that feel like they have no time to do stuff right now. Like,
There's
I'll
a
tell you
lot of
what,
people
if
that
I
are
was
just
in a
not
different
good.
if I was in a different position at my shop instead of being the janitor, like, I'd be working a lot of fucking overtime, because there's not a lot of people
Picking up for
coming
other
in.
jobs.
You know that.
Yeah.
You know, that's the reason why I got a fucking raise.
Yeah,
I got a fucking raise at work, and that's the reason. Like, everybody got a fucking raise, and I was just the last one to find out about it. All of a sudden, my boss comes up to me. He's like, he's late on everything. He's like, so, and this is retarded. Well, this is it's wrong word. This is like stupid as hell, because he comes up to me. He's like, so I'm late on giving you your Reese's for Cinco de Mayo. And it was a Reese's Take 5 for the 5th of, because it's on the 5th. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, for Cinco de Mayo? Okay, whatever. And he's like, I'm sure you heard about the pay system. Blah, 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 blah thing. I was like, no. He's like, oh, and then he tells me, you know, but like, I forgot where I was going with that.
like, did you have the raise for a while, or
No. Well, no. Well, I
so
would
it
have
was
known
until that conversation?
No,
that
yeah,
started?
like it was gonna hit like this paycheck or whatever.
Got you. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the friendly reminder. I'll take that.
But I was still the last one because everybody else knew, because I brought it up to people.
I mean, as
and they're
long as
like,
you
oh
didn't
yeah,
get late, though. You know, like that's how I was like, shit. Did you get it like late because you didn't sign? So
Yeah,
know that,
I
like,
asked
some
him. I said, "Are
jobs-
they gonna retro back?"
Yeah, dude.
like the
Like,
whole
yo,
year?
like, you know when that
The whole
stuff started,
year.
so like, let me get it. You know what I mean? So, oh yeah, but
Yeah,
no, dude. So like, we had our disagreements, whatever, and like, I don't know, like, I feel that a lot of us are on the same page. With I feel like he's on a separate page. Maybe we could have spoken about it again. Like, the only reason why I did that with the emails is so I can make sure I didn't lose the shit that I've been working on for how many years? You know, and anybody that knows like how like I joined Echo, they all know that I wasn't wild about being in Echo initially, dude. Like,
Okay.
like one of my favorite bands, Hughes Legend, played a show over the Crowfoot, and I was like, yo, dude, like I know the who dude that's booking the show. I really want to play a show with Hughes Legend, have my name on a ticket with Hughes Legend. That would
So what
that's
was
some
it? Was
bucket
it
list
fucking
shit.
Cobbledick?
What's up?
Was it fucking Cobbledick?
Yeah, dude, we're upstairs.
Yeah.
No, we're upstairs. Oh my God.
Fuck that guy, dude.
Yeah, so like we went over there, we played that show.
Isn't
and I was
that
like,
his
whatever.
actual last name though? Right? Cobbledick.
Cobbledick? Not the person that was doing that stuff. The one that booked the show through the person that was in charge that was booking the show over at the Crowfoot, which I thought you were referring to as Cobbledick, is what's it called? Jed. Like his first name Chad. I don't
Jed?
remember his last name. Like
I don't
CHAD
know.
Chad.
You're thinking of the dude from Token Lounge, and it's like Paul Cobbledick or something.
No, he booked at Crowfoot because we booked
did
a
he?
show with
Okay.
him
We
there.
only booked it with him at Token, but yeah, his real name's Cobbledick.
Yeah, Paul Smash Cobb. That's who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know Paul
Yeah.
Cobb. I know
Yeah.
Paul Cobb, but like no, it wasn't a Paul Cobb show.
You fucking call him Paul Cobb? Fuck that guy.
It's just on Facebook, bro. Like I can't say I've ever like met him like face to face. Like again, like another conversation we had
Oh,
before
dude's a
where people are
tool,
like, "Oh,
man.
Will son." Like I know him as Paul Cobb because I've only seen him on Facebook. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we booked a show with him at the Crowfoot one time. And that was last time.
No, I feel
But-
you.
Yeah.
I definitely feel it. But no, it's like we played the show and
So
I was
you
like,
had
yeah,
Jed?
I'll be Echo's guitarist, and I've been Echo's guitarist ever since. And like we all made an agreement, like, yo, dude, like we're here to be able to ride this out. You know, like it might get shaky sometimes, just keep on chilling, keep on making music. So
Right.
like I've been literally Echo's guitarist ever since. Other people have like been in like multiple bands and stuff, but I've just
Well, you did a lot of promotion for it and shit.
you know what I mean? Yeah, like it was in my mind, I was doing too much for Echo to really like even like take on other stuff. You know what I mean? Like the fact that I was even doing that for that. You know what I mean? Like I've had other people get a hold of me about like this promotions gig and helping them out promote this, and I mean, I've had different people talk to me about different stuff, which is cool. I didn't realize I was doing that well, but
So this is kind of more of like a relief then.
I won't call it relief, dude, because like I don't feel good with the situation. I don't
Because
know
of how it ended.
Yeah, I don't know how to hit
Like
him
you're
up
okay
without
with, you're
being
okay with it
mad.
ending. You can say that.
I'm looking forward to the opportunities that I have available to me now.
no, you
But
can
I'm
say
not
that.
thrilled. Yeah, but I'm not thrilled that Echo is done with.
You're not
You know what I
thrilled.
mean? If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
But
well, fuck, that door
well,
closed. I
being-
can do this, but like,
Being thrilled and being okay is two different things.
yeah, I'm okay with it. Because like,
Yeah.
I was talking to one of my
Like,
exes
you're okay with
forever
it.
ago. Yeah, I was talking
You
to
would
one of
have
my exes
definitely
forever ago
kept
about this
going.
stuff, dude.
You would have
No, I would
definitely
absolutely
kept
kept going, dude.
But you're
like,
okay with it.
But the fact that he left, I was like, yo, do you know what I mean? Like, again, I joined Echo, which means that Randy
Right.
joined Echo, which also means that Derek joined Echo. So like the only two like original Echo members before I joined that are still there is Aaron and Jabril. You know what I mean? So like I can't
Right.
just carry on Echo. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
shit didn't start in Grand Rapids. Like I literally can't.
So
It's not appropriate
basically, he or they or whatever said.
At this point, he.
So he basically said, "I quit" because he didn't want to say you're fired.
That's a way to process that I didn't. I could absolutely accept that as the answer.
If he's
Just being
keeping
honest.
everything, if he's
yeah, that's what
keeping
I'm
everything,
saying. Like that.
if
that
he's
would be
keeping
honest.
everything, he's removing you from everything. He basically said, "I quit" instead of "you're fired"
Yeah.
or "you're out."
Yeah.
Whatever. You're fired. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
You're fired.
You're fired. Yeah.
But no, yeah, like that's the way I didn't never process that before. But it makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely makes sense.
I mean, if pretty much everybody's. Well, who was the other original member?
Jabril, the bass player.
Bass player. So he's still. Do you know? Have you heard from him? Is he out?
Dude, he changed his number entirely too much, and like he never has the same Facebook. Like,
So you just
consistent
kind of
enough.
rely on him being there.
Yeah, so like I feel like sincerely speaking, dude, like this is
Well, that's
again,
what
like
I'm-
no love of
that's, you
disrespect
know.
is that like the chains to anchor reveal at this point is like between me and Aaron, because like Aaron's over in Detroit like taking care of that stuff, and I'm over here, and like we're the two that met up, we're the first two that exchanged phone numbers and stuff. You know what I mean? Like we're the ones that found one another. You know, like I was getting my hair did when he was getting his hair did, and just fucking went. It was really weird how we met. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I mean, like at that point, if I don't have Aaron to be able to get a hold of like the bass player, you know what I mean? Like Aaron doesn't have me to be able to get a hold of the other one, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, so I don't know. It sucks. Again, I didn't do
That's
that
what
shit to
I
be
was
an asshole. I didn't do this stuff to be a dick. You know what I mean? I was literally just, in my opinion, trying to protect my assets from being taken from me because I put in so much work and labor with it. You know what I mean? Like there's probably a better way to go about it, but the fact again that the Facebook was taken abruptly from me and like the group message, which I still can't conceive why like the group chat, why I was removed from the group chat, why we were like, it doesn't make sense. But
Yeah.
yeah, like so like,
There's a lot of shit. I'm sure that doesn't make sense.
yeah, so I was kind of like, fuck, you know, like I don't want to like sit there and lose that shit because like that's, you know what I mean? That's a lot.
Yeah, no, I feel that big time with the not wanting to lose what you gained because like when Death Abides ended and shit, like I was like totally okay with it just because I was just getting so fed up with shit,
Right.
but at the same time I was like, you know, you're kind of like fucking me over here, is the way I kind of felt. You know, whether you should look at it that way or not, like we had a plan. This was it. This is ending abruptly on a brash decision, is what was made. It was kind of brash, like, or however you want to describe that.
Right.
It was a rash decision, I guess. And I'm like, you know, you're fucking me over right now. That's the way I took it.
We
You know,
were
like,
all agreeing to go and do something, and you didn't do it.
Yeah.
But like in my opinion, I can understand if he felt that way. I can understand why he would feel that way toward me, where I was fucking him over by not, you know what I mean, by doing
not
XYZ.
committing. I guess.
you know what
I
mean?
guess
Like
committing
it's-
as much as he wanted.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's definitely a two-way road. I can understand why.
Yeah.
Assuming that he's as frustrated as I assume he is, I can understand why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's also a very great deal of frustration over here on my side as well too. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to start a conversation too soon because like I mean like if you have like a big argument with somebody, you know, you can talk to them too soon. It's kind of like when they're still heated and you're still like on the edge. And you don't realize how like realize how close it is, and you don't want to just like throw the fucking conversation out the room because like you guys have started off on the wrong foot. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that both people are like balanced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like.
No, it's tough.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but like,
Well, especially
I'm not
how
good
long
enough
were
to hit him
you
up like
how
that,
long were you
yeah.
in Echo though?
like 5-6 years.
5-6 years. Yeah, that's a long fucking time.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know about
That's
Echo
longer.
5-6 years
That's longer.
ago. You know what I mean?
Well, Jesse's like what 11? Did you say or 10 or 10 years? 10 years. Like my longest band was like 3.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like still, it's like you know you're
Dude,
in a
it fucking
band
hits,
that
dude.
long.
Because like,
It's like I mean, at 3 years, I was like, fuck. You know, that was a lot of work. It's a lot of work. The first band that I actually played shows in, I didn't do as much of the promotional work. I did it like with my friends and blah blah blah, and it worked for the most
I
part.
don't feel like
for us.
everybody needs to, but continue.
But for the problem with that, there was only 2 people.
Oh, damn.
So he was doing a lot of it, but he was doing it the more annoying way, where he was going to the bar like all the time and like just cramming out people's asses. And he would fucking, we're cool today, so I would talk about this. But then he would like fucking ream me out. He's like, "Why aren't you out here at the bar with me? Why aren't you doing this and that to like to promote the show?" And I'm like, "Because
I
I'm
have
not going to the
different life priorities."
fucking bar every night, dude.
Right. That makes a big difference.
I'm sorry, but I'm not. Like, I'll run the page. Like, I did that because he wasn't good with the internet shit. So I like ran the page. So that's how I learned to kind of like learn crash course in that.
Yep.
But then with the second one, I fucking did everything.
It's
And
fucking
that
man.
shit's taxing.
Yeah, dude, it adds up. Like,
You don't know
people
how many
realize.
times at the end of the night I walked up to, as I'm like taking my drums down or something, and like, because I was the drummer, it's, well, here's all the merch. Where do you want me to put it? And I'm like, dude, there's still another band to play. Why the fuck is the merch table down?
Yep.
First of all, second of all, you're the fucking merch guy.
Right. Like, what are you doing? Like,
I don't like. Come on, man. There's just so much shit. That's why, like, when it ended, that's why I said I was okay with it ending. But if at the same time, I was like, man, you are fucking me over because I did everything for this shit, and now you're just like gonna quit on some stupid ass decision. You know, whatever. Fine. I'm just the drummer. I'm not gonna carry on a band as the drummer.
right.
You know what I mean?
Can't, like, lead face that stuff,
Yeah.
dude.
No.
Yeah, like I was gonna bring this up earlier. I had a conversation with like my ex like forever ago, and she was like, "Well, if I ever try to leave your life, would you try to fight for me?" I was like, "No." You know what I mean? Like that wasn't me being disrespectful. You know what I mean? Like I understand. I know I can sound.
Yeah.
But that's not me being disrespectful because like, yo, dude, like if like me and you were dating and you want to leave and go and do whatever the fuck, right? But you want to leave and do whatever the fuck else, dude. If I fought to be like keep you there, then I'd be like imprisoning you. You know what I mean? I'd
Right.
be like more so controlling you. Like you're visibly and
Yeah.
vocally saying, "Yo, I'm not trying to be here.
Yeah.
See ya." So like, who would I be to sit there and say like, "No, you need to be here," blah, 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 like that?
Right.
That sounds toxic, bro.
It does.
You know what I mean? To me,
I mean,
that sounds
just
toxic
go
as
back
hell.
to the old mixtape thing or something. Like,
You
send
know?
the song. You're like, this is how I'm feeling. And it's like the song kind of says, you know, I need you here. You should be here, you know, type of thing. You know what I mean?
It was like the shit
Yeah,
you
instead
cry
of
on a
you
beach
just,
to.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, shit like that. Like, oh my God, this is how he really feels about me. I should go home. You know?
Right, dude.
Or
like,
you go with the fucking old philosophy that just fucking flew out of my head. I don't know if you love something, let it go. If you
Yeah.
come back, it's meant to be.
For real.
Is that what it is?
hard. Yeah, that is absolutely what it is. Yeah, dude.
Ooh, I just riffed that.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's
I
honest
like
one, bro.
this,
Because
yeah.
like it is like what like I've heard like numerous times with like friendships, relationships, whatever, dude. Like just because we're stopping now doesn't mean we won't have something in the future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like again, like there might be a break here, dude. Like maybe we'll get together, maybe we'll make music. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But again, like I just feel frustrated to be able to even like vocalize that stuff, and I don't want to come off as an asshole. But again, like me taking the email is absolutely me just kind of like holding on to. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
I
yeah,
wasn't trying to
but-
be a dick,
no,
wasn't trying
yeah.
to talk shit. Like I don't care about the music that you run. You can fucking have it. You
It's
know what
all
I mean?
my
It's all yours.
contacts, man.
I just want my contacts. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I've been paying for the music to be on like the Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and all that stuff, dude. You're all welcome. I'm kidding, you know what I mean? But like I've been
Yeah.
paying for that stuff though, like high key.
Yeah.
You know, so like I mean, if you're gonna take all the assets, dude, like I'm gonna take the music down then because I'm literally paying for that. Like, out of my wallet.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like if we're not playing shows, I'm sure as shit not taking the $2 off the top to be able to pay for you know like the annual fee. You know what I mean? Like no.
Bro, I use that on stream though. Don't take that down.
My bad, dude.
I play you guys a lot on stream.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
but you feel what I'm saying though.
But
you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Well, then you know. So I guess in like my case, you know, maybe he removed you from everything because he thought that you were going to one of you or something was going to like post something that would be detrimental.
We already broke up. What would be detrimental?
I don't
That's
know
what
that
I
you
would feel,
that
dude,
you
'cause,
go
like-
on the band page like you said he like removed you from the band page, so now you can't go on the band page to like release your own statement.
I mean, I guess.
I'm
Dude,
not
but
saying
inside
it's
of that
right.
same
I'm not saying it's the
conversation-
right decision.
Right, but I mean, like,
but
inside
I'm
of the same
saying that's
conversation, if I made a statement on my Facebook page in general,
right.
people would see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I
but
know
how
to
many
tweak,
likes
like,
did you have on Facebook?
Frequently, a lot of them. Like I
No,
also
like
after
how
the
many
podcast.
likes did you have? Like total?
Oh, on the band page?
Yeah.
6,000.
6,000. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
6,000 people. Oh, is your friends list maxed?
No,
Okay.
I have more followers than people I have friends.
Did you notice? Side note to that. Did you notice how they switched to that for the Facebook pages?
They've
You
been
ran
switching
the
over that
page.
for a while, dude. Like this isn't new.
Like,
Like
how-
it's new as a conversation with a lot of people. This has been switching over for a long time,
for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're talking months or years.
years. I definitely
years?
argue years. Yeah, because like
Oh,
all
okay.
of so like the
Well,
entirety of
it
last year
just
was absolute
now-
followers.
Well, yeah, because it would ask you, like, you'd see a lot of people posting the whole, make sure you click the follow, you know, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
But it just now, like, transitioned, like, Facebook pages or whatever to, like, a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it asked me to accept it. So I did, and it said it was your followers were going to matter and they were going to be what's posted on your page. So now, when you go to somebody's page, it'll just list their followers, not their likes.
I didn't realize the likes way, but I know that they were transitioning. For
You
a
can
long,
still
for a
like
long
stuff.
time.
You can still like stuff though.
It
But
doesn't display it,
I think you can. But yeah, but most stuff, like I went to somebody's page to like it, and the option that was there was follow.
Right.
And then, but it worked out in my favor for the Obscured State of Mind page.
you can actually, yeah. Well,
I had,
yeah, especially
I
for
had
you.
more followers than I had likes.
Yep.
I had 120 more followers than likes.
Yeah.
And you want to know what I said? I was like, I told my wife, I was sitting there, I was like, those are the people that don't want anybody to know they like this. They're like, I want to follow this shit,
subscribe, but y'all, I don't.
but y'all ain't gonna know that I followed it because it ain't gonna pop up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can just follow some shit, yeah, and it won't
Then
really
you see
come
like
up.
different pages, like like so and so likes JCPenney. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like why the fuck do you like JCPenney so much to like it? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, but you can follow it. Nobody would know. But I
Yeah.
wonder if that's different now.
I haven't
wonder if
seen a
that's
difference. Dude. I haven't seen a difference yet. You know, because like
That's funny though.
with like Echo stuff, dude. Like we used to have like a lot more likes than we had followers. And so I found out about the algorithm, so I've been like pushing it up, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like whoever can see it still can like attest that like Echo has more followers than likes right now. Like that's like beyond a shadow of a doubt, it is purely fact.
Yes.
You know what I mean, so like,
I was always
especially-
happy about it because I knew following meant like they're gonna see.
They're
your
actually
shit.
gonna see this, which I don't know why they took it away. Like I guess that it was one of those like those like bots. You know what I mean? Like oh you like throw $10 and you get 10,000 likes for every you know what I mean for whatever that
I've
is.
never experienced
So
that.
I feel like there's some people that like bought some pages, had like bots, and had like a whole lot of like fake accounts like their shit, and then
Yeah.
so they're just kind of like, yeah, we're just gonna get followers now. You know what
right.
I mean? It's just
Then
gonna
you
make
come
sure
up with the
everything's, like,
follower
there.
bot.
Yeah, I'm sure it's there.
You know what
I'm
I
sure
mean?
it's there.
I mean, I had a bass player that was a like bot.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, I had to have a conversation with him. Yeah, after a while, like he just started spamming people. Like he'd add somebody, tell them like the page, and then he'd delete them. I'm like, dude, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
that's why the Death Buys page got up to like I don't know, it was like 3,000 or something. It should have more likely been like probably like 700.
Right.
But that's more effective. It's
Yeah, I
more
mean, if you're trying to
effective. It's
boost
more
the number,
effective to
you-
grow your channel organically because those are the people that are most likely going to be following your page.
And I feel
That's
you
where the
tapped on that
follow
earlier,
comes
too.
in.
Is that like I personally I've told people on my page too, like, yo, dude, like if you randomly add me and then send me a band like, I'm not gonna like your shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like if you
If you
randomly
got a
add me and
friends
take
list.
the time to like message me about that,
Yeah.
like, yo, dude, I'm inside of such and such band, we're out of this state, you know what I mean? Here's my music. I'm like, cool, I'll actually give a fuck because you clearly give a shit to
I'll
at least like
check it out.
You know what I mean? Make the like, hey, by the way, these are my intentions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
I
Like,
know
I'm going to
what's
be
going on,
straight
dude.
up. I added you because you're a band dude. And here's my music. I was wondering if you like my page.
Yeah, I'm like, I respect that. I'll actually listen to it. you know
That's
what I mean?
why everybody has a fucking picture of them doing what they do on stage as their fucking profile picture. It's networking, bro. You know what I
true.
mean? It's
It's
networking.
true.
But that's why, like, I had another guy on the podcast, Noah Watson. I don't know if you know who he is, either of you. And Brennan, I forget his last name, but they made a band called Cielo Drive, and it's not a metal band. Just Noah played metal for a while, but anyways, the point of it was he said, like, you know, you're not gonna. The reason why you don't make a lot of money in metal is because everybody that likes metal plays metal.
I can respect that.
You know what I mean? Like everybody,
definitely
like you,
respect that.
like, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I've fucking gone to like plenty of shows like Slipknot and shit, but I fucking play metal too, and like everybody else around you probably fucking dabbles.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have your fans, and you see your fucking old timers out there, like, you know, yeah, but you know, it's kind of fucking true. Like, plus the market is smaller. You can't argue that. But like, yeah, like, and it's hard to, and what he said is it's hard to grow your following and grow your page when all you're doing is sending out invites and stuff to people that are kind of like doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like everybody that you're sending out invites to probably fucking do the same thing as you. So it's really hard to fucking build your fan base around people that are trying to build their fan base too.
I agree with
So
that.
as long as it's like a one for all or all for none type of thing. And when you get to that point,
I agree because I feel like the only way to be able to like effectively do that is really like get out of state tour, hit this venue, that venue, whatever, and like, again, why I would like the email address because I have contacts in this state, that state, the other state. So when I do get music, I can hit up this venue, that venue, the other venue, and like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, get that shit going forth. I didn't network with this person, that person to be able to get introduced to these contacts through that email address. I mean, so like let's say if I were to call you, right? Like my phone is inside of your caller ID, so you
I'd be
know
like,
who I am.
what? Your call?
You
Somebody's
know what I
calling?
mean? Yeah, because like you're either gonna see,
No.
oh, Will's calling me, or like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's like the biggest like back and forth with, you know. And I want to like sit there and like send an email, and then like even though I'm like, Will Wilson from Echo Silence inside the fucking subject line. I mean, like, some people are gonna see it's not from that page. It's like, yo, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like so faceted. Like, I'm not trying to lose that stuff because I have like, I don't know. I have like a lot of stuff like my personal stuff too, but I don't want to lose both because I don't remember. Like I was telling you earlier when I was looking for like the perks I made online. I was like, fuck, do you use like this email address, that email address? Never found it. I know I bought it, but never
Yeah.
found the email. Because like, I don't know. I can't say I have 100% of all my stuff consolidated. Because I know where my state of my mind was.
I
during
still
all that
have
too.
stuff saved from, because like I said, I did everything. I still have stuff saved like in my email of like band stuff or like merch places, like where I went. I got all the receipts. I don't need them. I just don't feel the need to go through and delete them all.
Yep.
But I got everything still. Like, so in case something ever did happen or I
You're
did
like,
want to start a fucking band or join a band or do whatever, like I still have everything there. And that's exactly what all you're asking for.
that's it. Like that's literally it, dude. Like you can go ahead and do what you want to, play whatever show. Like I'm happy for you. Hope the music goes successfully, dude. I wish only the best, but like,
So my advice would be just fucking drop it for a while because I think the dude's intentions was, you know, instead of saying you're fired or leave the band, basically, yeah. So he said I quit and just
but, like,
I
he
just
intended you're fired though.
yeah, that's what I meant. And then basically I just give it a little bit and
Hit him up.
then
later.
then hit him up and just be like, hey man, I really need those contacts. It's nothing, you know.
I mean, yeah.
I
I'm
did
inside of the email
build
with it
them
too
up.
already, so I'm not like worried about it. But I just want to be. I don't know. I want to be clear with it because I mean it sucks. We just
There's
have, like, some, like,
contacts
really
that I
cool-
had that I have saved that I know will probably never contact me again, or I'll contact them, but they're still there.
Yeah, I
It's
there's
nice
certain
to
people inside the
have.
places
It's
where I'm
nice
like,
to
oh, I
have.
just want to make sure I have it.
Like when we played 20 Monroe, I still have like all that contact information.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm keeping that. I could be
Absolutely.
like, hey, remember we worked together? Everything went great. You know, like everything was smooth. I got another band.
Yeah,
What
that's what's
if
going
you
on.
don't know?
Yeah, it's like those like little like spot situations, spot happenings to you that make the huge differences overall. Like you have
Yeah.
to. I don't know.
No,
Like,
it's important. It's important, and that's why I say networking and all that is important. It's very important.
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You know what I mean? Like,
It's true.
as dumb as it's fucking honest, dude.
As dumb as it's sounds.
Yeah, if you
it's-
don't
it
hit
is
people
honest.
up, you're not going to get a response, obviously. You know what I mean? But a couple people I worked really hard at, I don't want to like try to work at that shit again because that's fucking tedious, dude.
I fucking hate tedious tasks.
Yeah. Super. But,
I'm not a tedious. I can't do it.
no, I appreciate tedious games for whatever fucking reason, but like,
Right?
aside from that, if I'm not. I don't want to like get paid for.
Would you
doing
say?
something
Would you
tedious.
say Fallout is tedious?
It could be.
It can be.
Definitely could be, dude.
Like you can play. You can. The problem is we can play Fallout like in different ways, so you don't have to be tedious. But I was always a tedious game player.
I played the shit out of MapleStory for a very healthy time. I still play MapleStory for that reason, and that is
Minecraft
the
is
definition of
tedious.
tedious. Minecraft is also the definition.
Very
of
tedious. I can only play Minecraft in free mode where you get everything.
Yep. It's kind of go have fun. It's like literally just a sandbox. You know what I mean? I appreciate that because I mean,
Yeah, I made a mountain and it had like a drum set and like a fucking guitar. Like I built it all with blocks and shit.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was
Fuck
like you
yeah.
actually get like your what is it? The satisfaction of like the complete job.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
I was
time
totally
spent,
not
you
interested
got
in
an
playing
equal
the game.
reward for how much you're actually putting into it. You know, and
Yeah, I did not care for the game mode of it. I was like, I don't want to. I just want Minecraft to build shit
yeah,
and
No,
listen to
absolutely.
that fucking music that puts you to sleep.
yeah. Definitely felt that.
Seriously, would dude like that fucking just ambient music?
Yeah, just like open up the game in AFK and just like go
Just
to bed.
pass
dude.
out to it. I don't know if you can get that again.
But nah, dude, like it's in, I don't know. Again, like my bad, like not trying to like offend people or whatever, but like we definitely split, which sucks. I'm not thrilled about it either.
Yeah,
More music on the way though, because I mean, like, I didn't write all the fucking music I did over, you know what I mean, quarantine for nothing. You know, like that's for damn sure. So
yeah, yeah.
That's
Well, now
coming.
you can just bring more of like we'll see more of like your style of the music.
yeah, which is true. Which
is
I'm like
cool.
looking forward to is that like the guitarist that I picked up was like someone that like I've had. Well, me and Derek both are vocalists. Like me and Derek both have like 15 years plus of like jamming with.
No.
You know what I mean? So again, like I could have been around for 5, but the guitarist I picked up, I have triple that. You know what I mean? So looking forward to that that's gonna be fun. It's already been really fun. Oh, dude, like I bought a new.
So is this a guitarist in Grand Rapids area?
Yeah, pick it up.
So that's nice. You guys will be able to like get together a lot more,
Hit it hard. Because I mean, like, what's really cool.
practice more.
When I met him, when he was in a band playing at Skeletones when I was in my first band ever playing at Skeletones. I forget if we played a show together or what, but like, I'm sure we did. I'm sure we did. Yeah, dude.
That's one venue I've heard about, but I don't know where it was.
Whoa. So like, there's like Skeletones on Division and Cherry. Like, are you familiar with the Euclid Cafe at all? No. Okay. So do you know where Vertigo, the record store, is? So do you know where the DAC is?
No.
Was?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you know where the
yeah.
DAC was, like the fucking flight of stairs.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
like, further to the left, not at the end of that building, but like second to the end, there's a cafe called the Euclid. Before the Euclid was there, Skeletones was just like that room as a venue.
Is it a basement?
It was a basement most recently, which was also 20 years ago. Like something in that ballpark. I don't know how
I
long.
think that's
it's
what
been.
I remember Skeletones as. Is like
Yeah,
a
dude, because
basement
like you
venue.
walk into, like, if you went upstairs, you see.
Did
like,
you
a
ever
cafe.
play that, Jesse? Or ever been to it?
Not Skeletones. No.
No, you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love
Yeah, you're kind of
Skeletones,
like
dude.
me then. Like I heard of it.
Fucking
but-
love Skeletones. You like, there's like mad, like really good shows there. There's shows like almost every day of the week. Cause I remember, like, my mom didn't.
Yeah,
want
I
me to,
remember it
never
being one of
knew,
those places.
But like, I definitely like took the bus down there to be able to go and hit shows and stuff. Like, and they were like
Is
$2
this when you were
shows,
younger?
$5 shows. Yeah, dude. Like,
So
that's
they're
what
all
definitely
ages,
tripped my foot.
all ages shows. Dude, those are some of the fun.
Yeah,
shows
and they're
to
looking
play.
at bringing back because like they're repairing the place. They, from what I heard, again, like, sorry if I misquoted or whatever, and been drinking, talking.
Yeah,
I don't study
whatever.
it for his life, you know. But like from what I heard, Murph bought the old place back. So like the old dude, like the not the old dude, but the old dude that was in charge of all the stuff. He's back, like manning all the stuff. He got the old space back. He's been cleaning the old space. So we're gonna get our basement back, not like the Euclid old space, but like the basement old space. So we're getting the old space back, and he's gonna open that up as a all ages venue. Like after all the stuff's like said and done, there's already been like
Nice.
numerous like GoFundMe's. If you're like on my page like that, you've definitely seen me post about it a couple times. They have like merchandise that's up, like hoodies, like sweaters, whatever. And like for real, like I love Murph, love Skeletones. Like if you care, look, it's cool. But no, he's gonna be coming back. The DAC's coming back too. So like both of our like old town venue, like the DAC is not in the same location. But both like the older venues that like
That's
we grew up
so
on
that-
are coming back as old or all ages venues.
So we played the DAC.
You
but
played
it was
that.
a terrible experience because the dude running it was just an awful promoter.
Yeah, see that
know?
ruins it every time, and then
Exactly.
you don't even want to go
God,
back to that
Right,
venue.
Exactly. But,
But definitely gone. Yeah, I've never played the DAC. I've only played Skeletones. So I'm on the other side of it. I've seen the DAC. I know where the DAC
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I've never stepped foot inside that room. And like the funny part is that the DAC and Skeletones were like damn near neighbors. They're like 2-3
Right.
doors apart. Like it was that close.
But
You
that's
could throw
kinda-
a rock and break their window comfortably.
But you know, maybe not the same style of story with the old owner coming back, but it could happen. But that's kind of been my thing with if you want to be like a you know, bright side of whatever you know, bright side person, and you could say that this is going to open a lot of opportunities for a lot of people that want to start a business.
Oh, so many. So many.
All these people are going to be closing down. They're not going to be able to run shit. It's just going to open up lots with everything there for you to walk in and start your fucking shit.
Yeah, because like
So
the
I
crazy
don't.
part to think about
it
is like
sucks because you're gonna have these people that just fucking lose these long time things, but it's just gonna open. It's the ones where it's like, you know, like it's a long time venue known for, let's just say it's known for live music, and then somebody else buys it, it turns it into something
Completely
else.
different.
Yeah, then you're like, fuck, now it's completely lost.
yeah.
But for somebody whose dream was to run a live music venue and it comes open because they
Might
could.
have some dope stuff.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that are capitalizing, like we were saying earlier, with working from home and stuff like that. There's a lot of people capitalizing on this too. On this
Yeah, 'cause,
pandemic.
like, a part that I'm interested to be able to see. So, like a smaller place like Skeletones, I have no idea how to conceive the amount of people that it really takes to like run a venue of that size and caliber. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like the people that you chose to be able to run that stuff, dude, like they're gonna be like, A, working hard, B, I'm sure like compensated pretty handsomely with it. So like if you compare again, I have no idea about the science of it, but however, like if you compare a place like Skeletones versus like Tweeny Monroe, you know, so like Tweeny Monroe, like you need 75 people inside that building at any given point to be able to make it run. You know what I mean? Like comfortably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like for Skeletones, if you have like a really solid crew, like you might be able to hit like a quick 7, maybe less. I don't know. Yeah. But like it's
Fuck,
gonna
when
be,
we
like,
played
make
the
me super
Sanctuary
interested to
one
see
night, I
that.
swear to God, there was only like 2 people there.
You feel me? You know what I mean? That was probably the dude running the ticket booth. Well, the dude running the ticket booth, the sound guy, and the bar chick. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like the 3 of those.
This is like 3 fucking people.
You know, so
dude.
like at a place with that, like, yeah, if you're the only venue open, you can charge and you can pay your employees $20 an hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's stuff taken care of because you're selling the tickets for the. You know what I mean? So I feel like there'll be like a really cool turnaround with like the lower, like on the back end of it right now. Corporations are stomping private businesses, but like once everything like opens back up, I really do feel that the private practices are going to be like good though.
That's why I just hope that 70% comes soon. I won't be part of it. I'm sorry, but
It's whatever. But like, there's definitely, in my opinion, there's still like.
but I hope people aren't getting the wrong impression on the 12 to 15-year-old because that doesn't. I mean, I don't even know if that counts because the standard that the new goalpost was 16 and up.
No, they said
70.
the 12 and 15 won't count towards their.
They
goal.
did come out and say that.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not see that for fact.
Yep.
So
Read
I
that
just
today.
read. You read that today. Okay, so it won't count for the 70%. Okay. Yeah.
They still encourage it, obviously.
Right. they're crazy. Well, Dr. Fauci doesn't. Did you read that article?
I didn't know.
He's
There's
not
so
a,
much
he-
in
maybe he's not like a narc, but he's kind of like I was describing to my wife. I was like, he looks like that narky guy, you know. He's just like,
Right.
yeah, fucking don't. You don't want to weasel, yeah, the rat. You know, you don't want to tell that guy anything, almost. But whatever. But yeah, I guess he came out and said I was just reading it before you all got here, and he said like he doesn't want to throw required out is what he says because required gets a lot of pushback and rightful pushback, and he doesn't know if he doesn't think that 12 to 15-year-olds should be required right now.
Right.
That's what he says right now. Come fall time when school starts back up, I don't know.
Might be a different
changes
story.
too.
Right.
But he doesn't think that it should be like required or anything right now. So take that for what you will, you know. But I don't know. It's
Yeah,
all,
I don't
it's
know.
all
I
kind of
feel
freaky
like
to me, man.
That's just like we were talking about earlier. Sometimes you can bring back like different highlights and shit. Like we were talking about like the whole tardiness and the points if you're 5 minutes late versus 6 minutes late.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
There's some people that hear requirement and hear that as like a remarkably hard line, like deadline, like yo, do not cross. Like who's that?
Yeah,
like,
you
Gandalf?
you have
You
to.
shall not pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like have that letter as law, dude.
Yeah.
But like other people, like they understand. I feel that like there's exceptions to every rule. You know what I mean? Like not saying that everybody should be, and I do understand that when a proper exception comes through and someone who's not an exception sees the exception and they get like offended, that gets really awkward. I get it. However, like I would be skeptical of putting the required word on there too.
Yeah, well, because like if they make it required for say kids to go back to school, right? So they make it required that this is a vaccination that you need. Of course, you know you can get over vaccinations right now by saying some religious reason or whatever, and you can still send your kid to school, but nobody cares about that because their kid is vaccinated, right? Right? Mm-hmm. They're vaccinated. They don't have to worry. So if your kid's vaccinated from it, why do you have to worry? Why should it be a big deal? So if they make it a requirement, I think that's bullshit.
Right.
Because it's, you know, technically it's not right now. It's basically like all my kids, they have all their vaccinations that they're up to date on, you know, what's been out for a while.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe, you know, I've been saying like 3 to 5 years, but you could still technically make a case for waiting longer on it. But, you know, if there's still nothing bad about it, I don't have a problem doing it.
Right.
It's just like, I just think it's just like way too like, you know,
I mean,
it's
like
a baby yet.
There's
a lot of
know
research.
I don't know the answer to this question. Like, sincerely, I don't. Like,
Nobody does.
Do they have like
who
any
does?
sort of,
I
like,
don't.
Do they have any sort of like requirements for like flu vaccines?
No, I never take the flu vax or the
Right.
flu.
I can't say the
shot.
last time I had, dude, honestly speaking, but like
No,
like I don't know. Like
Well,
Yeah,
no,
'cause
I
if
can't
they
take
don't
that back.
have-
I probably took it. Maybe I took it when I was a kid. I don't know that, but the only time I took it was like when my firstborn.
Because I feel
took
like
the
I
flu
feel like
shot
the main
then.
time that I was taking like vaccinations and stuff was like in childhood. Being honest, putting
Yeah.
myself out there. You know what I mean? Like, be sincere with it, because like,
Yeah.
I got like I personally.
I still got
COVID.
chicken pox though.
Yeah, like I got the COVID vax, whatever. But like, it's more so like for peace of mind for like me and my family, like especially my mom.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, dude.
So your
But-
2 doses, Yeah.
Two dose Pfizer.
2-dose Pfizer.
P gang. But dude, so,
What was yours, Jesse? Was it Moderna or Pfizer?
Oh, it was Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Yeah.
hey,
Yay. Did you have some bad effects from it from the second one or first or anything or no?
barely, honestly.
Barely?
Yeah, because like for like this. So also disclaimer, I don't get sick very often. When I get sick, I'm dog shit sick. But like I just don't
right.
get sick like that, you know.
Yeah.
But like so, got the first shot. I didn't feel anything. I'm like heavy. My arm got heavy like before I was going to bed.
Right.
Following day, woke up and I was like, so I scheduled it off because I was like, yo, get my second shot, and I heard that's the one that
You
makes
know,
people
yeah.
sloppy, you know. So I just don't.
Yeah, you're gonna
Don't
schedule
rely
that.
on me that
I'm gonna
day.
reply. Yeah, I'm gonna rely on that.
Yeah, dude. So just I'm just gonna. That'll be my second day off, whatever. So just I don't exist that day.
Yeah.
You know, but like that day, dude, like I felt relatively well. I felt like I had like a decent head fog. You know what I mean? Where, you know, like at the end of the night of drinking, where you're kind of just like forgetful. You know what I mean? I felt like I was like forgetful drunk, but sober. You know, so I had like a head fog, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And then partway through the day, I definitely got a fever because I put like my hand on my forehead and I was like, "Dude, my fingers are cold." But like my body's always hot, so
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, if my fingers are cold, I definitely have a fever." You know, so I
Right.
just kind of like
Right.
took it slow that day. But like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, so I got my shot at like noon. Like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock the following day, like all the symptoms were gone. I was just chilling. You know what I mean? So I was. I'm one of the very lucky ones from what I've heard and what I've even like spoken to other people for, because I've had
yeah.
like one of my homegirls get it like really bad off the first shot, and I mean, I get it, but like, man, I would be scared too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would absolutely be scared too.
Yeah, that's not even what scares me or whatever. I just you know, just honestly, there's more of a case I'd say, you know, like for, you know, my girls and my wife and stuff too, just because you don't know what could happen to like, you know, reproductive stuff and.
No, I feel that. Like,
You know,
this
it's
is like,
we plan on having another one, so it's like I don't know, you know, like it's too much of a risk for us right now.
no, I feel that, dude, because like for the way that I'm seeing it, because like I'm single more often than not. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm picky enough with like my partners. Sometimes we make bad choices. Everybody does. However,
Right.
like I'm more single more often than not. You know what I mean? Like, would I appreciate having a family? Sure, but like, do I see myself having a family? Probably not. You know, just with like the
Yeah.
direction my life's going on, this whatever. But with being said though, like I'm not necessarily concerned about that because I don't see that as being like a huge staple inside of my life. You know what I mean? Like, and inside of your situation, you're like, yo, I'm like definitely considering blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
I absolutely understand why you'd be skeptical for that, because it's something that like truly is important to you, you know?
Right. Yeah.
But it's hard for people, and I'm sure you understand when I say this, it's hard for people who don't have those same priorities to feel the same way.
oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's like, you know, when you're younger too and you don't understand what it's like to be an adult. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that.
None of us did.
You know, to where if you don't have kids, you don't understand what it's like to have kids.
Yep.
All the time.
There's no
whether
conceivable notion.
whether that's you know, just dealing with kids in the day-to-day life or just the love that you would feel for your own child and just taking a risk for
sides.
that. You know, it's like I don't know.
Like, so I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine coming home from work and being responsible for human life
But I totally
for
understand.
every hour until I go back to work. Like, I feel like
Yeah,
that'd be just
yeah.
a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it is.
again, like I'm good for it, dude. Like, whenever I start dating again, is whenever I start dating again, whenever I have a family, is whenever I have a family. If I have a family, like that's where my mindset's at. So I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm
you're not
not
like
been out
pushing
of
any
shape over
issue or anything.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
how I'm like, fucking shoot me up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's low on the has the radar. But no,
Yeah.
I understand where people come from on both sides of the spectrum, dude. What I don't understand is like when people bash each other for one choice or the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's where it
why
gets too out
it's-
of line for me. It's like, no, everybody's got their own choice.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe the people that then you just choose who you want to hang out with, I guess. But again, if you're
What it comes down
vaccinated,
to-
but if you're vaccinated, why do you care?
Yeah.
Why do you care so much? That's what I don't get.
Yeah, because like the big piece.
Why are the
like,
people that are
for-
getting? It's because they want. I guess you want that 70%. So you're just trying to convince anybody and everybody. I don't know, but
I don't know.
just
Like for me, it's a case where.
is
how
it
do I
because you
even say
know
it
you can still?
properly?
Is it because if you're vaccinated, you know you can still get it? And if that's the case, then why is the government coming out saying that if you have been vaccinated, you don't have to get tested?
That's also hella valid. Oh,
Sure.
that's hella valid. Like I cannot. Take
Oh,
that
got to
away
get
from
them
you at all.
positive numbers down
Because
somehow.
like with my piece with it is that like me working like pretty consistently instead of like live music and having that desire to go back to it, like from what I've found, I can't cite the sources because it's a conversation. However, what I found is that like if you have the vaccination with it, like you have a lower chance of giving out to other people. Not that it's zero, but it's just lower than what it would be if you didn't have the vaccination. You know?
Yeah.
So I want to be able to get that because I know how like personal that I am with other people. Like not, I mean intimately, but just like I talk to a whole lot of people, especially if I can go back and work at the bars and venues. I'll gladly go back to work in the bars and venues because
Yeah.
there's a certain level of like energy and relief and just kind of like
Yeah.
humanity that came with those jobs that I don't have right now that I want back. Like,
But at the same time, it's like now, like at my wife's work, they have to get tested twice a week because she's a
so you get your
CNA.
nose swab twice a week at the job you're working at?
Yep, she's
What
a
the
CNA.
fuck?
She works at an old folks home or a nursing home.
Well, I mean,
Well,
like,
she works in a rehab unit, but
I get it, but like,
they have to be tested twice a week. That's what the rule is. So now, so if you're vaccinated, you don't have to be tested. So
that's
guess what?
dirty.
So guess what? Everybody knows who's not vaccinated
Right.
because you're getting tested.
Even if they
Isn't
don't
that fucked
release
up?
it, yeah,
Isn't
I was
that
about to
just
say,
a
like,
little
even if
fucked
they
up?
don't like release the information publicly and say,
Just
'cause,
basically
like, they
saying,
can't, but
yeah.
you can tell, like,
Yeah.
who gets to call in the office
Yeah.
every Monday.
And so if they said,
You know what I mean?
and so if they said, you know, what they're saying is if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear your mask and blah 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 here. And so if they're thinking that everybody, let's just say everybody or 75% of the people follow the rules and wear their mask out there, then everybody's gonna know who's not vaccinated and who is.
Immediately.
What the fuck is that bullshit?
Yeah, I've never had to deal with that, dude. Because like,
They're
at the,
reversing everything back onto you. When this first shit began, I said it's gonna end up being where you're the fucking weird one if you're not wearing a mask, right? So now they're fucking reversing it all back on where you're the fucking weird one if you're wearing a mask.
Yep,
What the fuck?
that's wild as hell.
Isn't
Like, 'cause,
that not
like,
fucking wild?
At my job,
They're
you can
reversing
still
the whole
take-
fucking thing. I mean, that's a,
Well, yeah, inside that's
you know, let's get carried away, I guess,
Because
but
like
just
at
saying.
my job, like 98% of the entire fucking team is all vaccinated. You know what I mean? And then so like we still take the temperatures of everybody that comes in. We still like wear masks while working.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so do we.
To me, it's weird that like jobs are saying, "No, fuck it, you're good. You have the vaccination." So I mean, like I feel like that's.
I asked a dude at work today. There's a guy he's part of the clean team because we have a clean team now where they come. He walks around just like sanitizes like door handles and everything and rails and all that shit, right? And he wasn't like he took a half day because I didn't see him in the first part of the day, and all of a sudden he was there and he wasn't wearing a mask and he's vaccinated. And I was like, "Hey, bro," I was like, "You got?" I didn't say, "Hey, bro."
Well,
I said, "Hey, Terry," because he's older. So I definitely didn't say bro. I was like, "Hey, Terry." And he's like, "Hey," and I was like, I was talking to him for a minute. He didn't have a mask on, and I'm like, "So you don't have to wear these anymore? Is she fully vaccinated?" He's like, "Oh shit."
Right.
I forgot. But for a minute there, I was tripping out because I started looking at everybody else. I was like, is there other people's without one on?
Right.
Because they're going to start initiating that at work. It's going to piss a lot of fucking people off. And there
A
you
lot
go.
of
And
people.
there you go again with it's almost like a segregation thing. It's
Yep.
almost like you're not vaccinated, but I am. Like,
Honestly.
so I don't get to wear a mask. Or don't
So
have
I feel
to.
like it's one way or another, dude. Like,
Cheers, guys.
hell, cheers, dude. I don't know if I ever like told you about this, dude. So, everybody knows about the Garden of Eden. Everybody knows of the
Yeah.
Garden of Eden, quote unquote.
Forbidden fruit. No.
Yeah, all that shit. So, what I personally feel is that the Garden of Eden does exist. Reason why I feel this way, and there's probably multiple Gardens of Edens. But like, I feel that once that our like nation world comes to like a nuclear war, which I personally feel that we will because people are humans and humans are human.
Yeah.
It's just that
We're gonna blow each other.
we're gonna blow each other up, dude. There's gonna be just like ground zero everywhere, right? You know what I mean? So like obviously like I forget what the name of the situation is when there's like the dust clouds and just like ash and whatever bullshit inside like the atmosphere where it's like blocking the sun, so like it gets really cold. It's a thing, I don't remember the name of it. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, yeah. So like, whatever bombs go off, people die, right? So I personally feel that the Garden of Eden are the places that were just conveniently unaffected or barely affected by like said nukes and such warfare, so that they're able to start off as a ground zero and repopulate everything across the world.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So like there will be gardens of Eden.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like the same way.
You think there'll be gardens or one?
There has to be gardens. You know what I mean? Like the world's a small place, but like it's
Yeah.
a big enough place where like we're still finding civilizations of people in the fucking woods after how long?
Yeah, no shit.
You know what I mean? So like those civilizations that
true.
you're discovering, dude, those are the gardens, bro.
Yeah, with that LiDAR stuff they have now. You heard of that?
Oh, right, absolutely no.
Dude, I
Is it
tried
LiDAR?
to. Dude, LiDAR. I can't believe I brought this up again because I still don't understand it. This was like brought up the third podcast I ever did. I don't know. It's like this. It's like this beam of like light that they can like send out into the forest, and it kind of like maps the forest, right?
What?
That
So it takes
on
like
the
a 3D
computer.
render. Just,
Yeah, like I don't know if it's 3D. I don't know that. But they are finding like ancient, like tomb or like not tombs, but like
Let's call them
buildings,
graves.
Mayan,
Yeah.
Mayan or not Mayan, but
Well,
what
they
what is
probably
it? What is
have
it down there in the Amazon?
between like the Mayans and Aztecs were fucking huge.
What is down in the Amazon? Who is the indigenous? Jesse, can you Google like just indigenous tribes in the Amazon? Because it's whatever those are. But they're finding like their ancient shit down there that's like covered in moss and vines and fucking trees and shit that you just wouldn't see. Like you
Oh,
literally
so
be
you're almost saying,
walking.
like it maps the truth of like what was really there.
It maps the
underneath
truth
erosion.
of what the land. It'll map the land for you. So it'll give you the layout. So then all of a sudden you'll see kind of like this, like what is that? Then you'll go and investigate.
Well, there's 400 tribes in the Amazon, so unless you know exactly what
Never
you're
mind.
looking for,
Respect.
Hey, I never said that you're going to get all the clear facts on this podcast, but this
Just
podcast is
facts
just going
in
to make you
general.
that was
think.
a good general answer.
It's going to make it's going to make you think and make you want to look up shit.
There's something else to look up.
yes. But yeah, that's what it's doing basically. Is mapping it. So then they're finding more and more shit. I don't even know how they got tailed off to that, but
Dude, I don't even know how I feel about that though, because like, let sleeping dogs lie, man.
you think so? You don't
In
want to
some
like know?
cases-
You don't want to like know what's out where it hasn't been discovered? Can you believe there's places that haven't been discovered yet?
Yeah, and it sucks. Dude, like the reason why I like
Like,
borderline
what the
offended
fuck?
by it. Is
You're
that there's a
offended
lot
by
of,
it?
Not like, oh, how dare people discover shit, but like, I'm
What?
offended with it because like we haven't known about it for so long, dude. Like we as people can't even get along. What are we like with the ground we have? We can't get along with shit.
No, you're Mike.
Oh, sorry. Like if we've been around for so long and can't like get along with shit, like what are we doing discovering new stuff that we're immediately gonna be like, oh well, finders keepers, I was here first, this is my territory, and like trying to like take that over and like lay it as like land claims, dude. I feel like that's like I know that that's not the intended situation, but I'm sure the three of us all recognize it's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be immediately like an argument over like whose it was, whether it's the people who like discovered it or the people who already owned the land beforehand. Because like, if there's some people that like came into my backyard, started digging holes and found oil, I'd be pissed off. Like, get off my oil, bro. Like, you know? What I
Yeah, you'd like
mean?
just happenstance into it.
Yeah,
Like,
you know. That, I mean,
these
that's
people
what it
come and you
is.
find it, and you're like, well, this is my property, so thank you.
You know what I mean? So like.
Kindly fuck off now.
Speaking of the entirety of South Africa, or South America rather, like right, but like if you're talking about the entirety of like South America, if there's anybody that's going through like mapping these fucking sites, dude, all that land is already divvied up and claimed. I would assume.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe people don't own the rainforest, but then that still gets really dicey. Of when you find
Well,
something.
there isn't
how
a
do you decide-
rainforest in the United States.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like South America, like
Yeah.
the continent,
Yeah.
you know, like Brazil. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's fucking rainforests over there. There might be. Not,
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know. I
well
don't
that's what the
study science
Amazon
with
is.
that.
That's what the Amazon
Yeah,
is.
yeah. So like,
Right?
How do you decide
Think so.
where? How do you decide like where something is if you discover it? How much land around that is yours to kind of like fuck with? You know what I mean? And who's to say that you should even be fucking with it if it's not technically yours? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's bringing up too many, like not for the podcast, obviously, but like too many questions where people don't have definite answers to be able to even like negotiate over.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's my severe issue with that. You know,
Yeah.
like if it were like a group effort where like I don't know 3 countries all agreed to like go in on it and be able to reveal the information to that and find a way to be able to say whose it is. But even then, that's putting those 3 countries as an elitemanship over everybody else just because they decided to go digging. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean they don't get it because it wouldn't have been found otherwise. Like there's a lot of
Right.
that can be like even like held at that, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, man. How did we get tailed off to that? How did we
I
get
have no
tailed
idea.
off to like?
I'm not mad
fucking-
about it, but I have no idea.
I have no idea
Something
either.
we were talking about, like brought up the LiDAR, and we're like, "Yo, like I've never heard about that." So like,
Yeah.
I was curious to know what it was because like a
Dude,
part of
yeah,
me thought
look
when
it
you
up.
said like the LiDAR, like I agreed, like at some point I was like, "Wait a minute, no, I don't know about the LiDAR." You know what I mean? So like I caught myself, I was like, "Nah, dude." And then so like I thought you were
fuck is
like
LiDAR?
trying to like to meme me or some shit, like saying like, "Oh, you know about LiDAR? No, I'm lying, bro." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, try to get me on some shit. But like, no, you're being honest. I'm like, yo, like I'm.
No,
Nah,
I
it's
got,
me,
I got
dude.
my wife with my buddy's joke, which is he asked his girlfriend one time. He was up on a roof. He was doing some roofing, and his wife didn't know anything about that shit. She was just kind of like the ground person for that day. They didn't have one. He's like, hey,
Make sure the ladder's where it needs to be.
yeah. He's like, hey, go grab me the 2x4 extender.
Dang. And she was probably
Get it?
looking too.
You get it?
She never came back.
Yeah, she came out and was like, what's
That was the last
that?
time he saw her.
Yeah. I did that. She started walking away, and I couldn't let her do it. I was like, I'm just fucking kidding. Man.
Right. And
I was
she
like,
was
did you hear
"I
what
wanna
I
help
said?
you."
Did you hear what I said? I said 2x4 extender. She took
And
her
she
back.
was like, yeah.
Oh,
And she's
no.
like, I don't know what it looks
oh,
like,
no.
but I'm gonna find
oh,
it for
no.
you,
Yeah,
babe.
you fucking idiot. I was like, yeah, that's funny, huh?
No, Eddie, for real, like, I don't know, I was expecting one of those, but no, full star off the ladder. I'm not mad about it. But I have no idea where it came from.
No.
But even then, I don't know. Like, I'm always interested to be able to see about, like, just stuff overall in the world. Like, I'm still discovering animals. I'm like, the world is still fucking discovering animals.
Yeah,
Which
dude.
is weird.
Isn't that weird?
Like
the ocean- the
been here
ocean.
for how long you're still finding shit?
The ocean,
you
we
wanna
actually don't know shit about. Really.
Nothing. I heard, dude. So like, this
You know what I
fucked me up
thought
when
about
heard it.
earlier in this conversation? That earlier we were talking about something, and I was like, imagine the Earth with no water. What it would look like from outer space. That'd be some deep ass craters, bro.
That'd be reminds me
it
of
wouldn't be
whatever
really-
that sand place is in Star Wars.
I don't know Star Wars.
I don't know Star Wars like that either, but I saw the movies like twice, and I
What
remember.
are you talking about? Like the Death Star thing? That's
No,
what I always look at
there's
that,
a
and I'm
planet
like, that
made
looks
of
like a
sand. It was like
planet.
a big ass desert.
Oh, really?
And like Luke
I don't remember what it's
Skywalker
called.
was there, and like I don't remember his name was there.
People are so mad. They're like, you said Death Star, dude? That ain't even a planet. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it
Like, you
looks
sons
a
of
planet.
bitches, both of you guys talking about Star Wars not knowing shit. How dare you? You know what I mean? Like, that's what it feels. But no, dude, like Ray was on this like desert planet and Luke was on this desert planet. Dude, I might be misquoting like the area, but I want to say that like Luke stabbed like an animal in the stomach and fucking I don't know, did something with it afterwards inside the desert. I remember deserts. Even Anakin was in a fucking desert when he was like,
Whoa, what
pod
was he
racing.
doing with this thing afterwards? That sounds
Living his best life, my dude. Like he was doing his greatest. No, yeah, it's like pick a desert in Star Wars and just like apply it. But I feel like that's what the Earth would look like as a whole, though. Just dry, dude. I can almost like
no, like
taste it.
I imagine in my head, like this fucking like planet that you see, but it's not like a just a circle mass. It's like all like pitted and shit. Like it like really pitted, like craters deep, and like you can see through to the other
Like
side.
not
Like-
like Swiss cheese, but like Swiss cheese, like holes like going through it though.
Yeah, and like carved out like little sections like this, and you have a section over here.
Oh,
And then you have a section here that's coming out, but you have a main You have a main point in the middle that's solid, but the rest is like kind of like mushrooms, like little mushrooms
kinda,
coming
like,
out for the
grows how it
continents,
does and just
for the
fills out.
continents. Yeah, so it's like a little mushroom that comes out like all over, but you have your main central point, but then little mushrooms coming off of
This is
it.
crazy.
What,
as hell.
what's it got? The oceans. Like what the fuck, man?
So
Like
my question for
those
you,
oceans get fucking really deep.
my question for you, because like my mind imagined it in two different levels, and I want to clarify, right?
All right.
So when you're talking about these mushrooms, are you talking about like a mushroom growing on top of a separate mushroom, or are you talking about the mushrooms are all just conveniently separated? Because like when I first imagined it, I imagined like if there's like Earth, right? It's still a fucking ball,
Yeah.
but you have like a layer of them that are like smallly grown out, and you have some like medium ones that are grown out like plates. They're on top of each other, and like maybe a third layer, probably not a third layer, but maybe. Like I imagine like just
that's
that,
not-
dude. But you're
what I-
talking about like
What I'm imagining is a ball. They got a ball,
yeah,
right? All right. So let's just make it a small ball for this demonstration.
right.
And then you got like a sprout coming off here with a plate. A sprout coming off here with a plate for all the continents of the world.
Oh, I mean, I
Because
feel like
you
that
have
would
these
still be
oceans.
scary as hell because
Wouldn't
like
it look kind of weird?
that
like-
would be
Because you got these oceans that go so deep, and if all the oceans was gone, wouldn't you see like these massive fucking dips?
But
in
like
that
it would
center?
still go that deep, and I don't know how deep that is. That could be
Yeah, I
some,
don't know how deep
crazy
it is
fucking
either, bro.
civilization.
I'm
You
just
see
riffing.
hillbillies in their lifted truck. Come on, Skeeter. We can get up it. Skeeter.
Go get that boy.
Go on,
Just send it, bud.
I'm just gonna send it, and he goes off on his jet on his little snowmobile, hits it. Oh damn, dude! They're out there jumping it. Yeah, you see that
God.
from space. You like,
I wouldn't want to go there, dude.
like
I'd
what
be
the fuck is
straight on
that? How do they defy gravity? I'm just gonna send it. Send it right into gravity. Fuck
Man.
gravity. Damn.
You know that happened though.
And that's what I'm just saying, like, wow, that is what a weird planet it would be. But then again, they say like when on Mars and stuff, there's like deep ass craters where they say there was big lakes at one time. So maybe it would still look round. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's just the atmosphere that we have that makes us.
So it makes me
look
wonder
round.
too is how the atmosphere would be affected by a lower like water level, like obviously not existent water level. But I'd wonder like what that would be between the top of the land where the grass is being above water, and then like the underwater being like would the water with the water level not being there, would that affect the atmosphere?
Yeah, would it like bring it lower or take it away?
Right, like would we have to go lower on Earth to be able to do that? Would we
don't
have bigger
think-
mountains?
Well, technically, we wouldn't have clouds because clouds is just nothing but water vapor, right?
yeah,
Right? Am I right
absolutely.
on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like the whole like circle, whatever, you have water, it evaporates, becomes a cloud, it rains because it gets too heavy, and then it becomes water again, and just back and forth. But if you don't have water as a lake, not gonna have clouds like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I'm laughing because I said whoops. Like, whoops. Like, how dumb.
I feel like that happens to me sometimes too. Like I don't know what my like accidental words are, but I mean it's more so a reflex than
Oh,
anything else. You don't want
right?
to, like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
every time you drop
Or
something,
like, or like, like you get hit somewhere, like maybe you think it hurts all the I don't know. You just,
yeah,
And you
dude, like
it
I've-
actually didn't hurt.
I've been accustomed to because like wearing a mask inside of customer service so much, and this is
Yeah.
really bad. But there's situations where like customers will tell me something and I'll mouth the word yikes.
Ooh.
Dude. And like I know that I mouth it, dude, but like I have
Really?
a
You
mask
got
on,
used
so it
to
doesn't
that.
matter.
So you
Yeah,
got you-
bro.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. So like I know my poker face, dude, like
Solid.
eyes up is on point. But as far as like my mouth saying anything, I'm like, oh fuck. And they're like,
Ooh.
what'd you just say?
Oh fuck.
Nothing. you
Damn.
know?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I guess
so
I
like
haven't thought about
I'm
that.
concerned about myself after this is all over.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that.
Man,
How you
I've
get-
thought about it a lot. I don't
Because
know how
I've
to
done
fix
that.
it.
I've done that. The worst is one of those like if you have like a runny nose
Mm-hmm.
and you're wearing that fucking mask and you're like, son of a fuck. It makes actually, when you're sick at all, it makes everything worse. Oh,
Significantly worse.
just having that over you is like just I don't know what it is, why it does that.
But I mean, if you have like a runny nose, and you're wearing a mask, dude. Like, where is it gonna go? You know, I'm
Yeah.
not trying to have that on my face all day. That's. I feel like that's worse. Dude.
Oh, it's so bad, and you gotta like, dude. I googled something about a mask the other day. I don't know. I don't know what exactly it was, but the first like thing that came up for Google was, should I remove a mask to sneeze? And I was like, are you fucking serious?
Because
Are you
that's a
fucking
tricky
serious?
situation. Because like obviously you'd want to cover it up, but like also that's just walking around with. Just,
Yeah, sneeze in your mask.
you know what I mean? That
Yeah,
dude,
but
it's
that's
not
the
good.
point. Whoops, that's the point. I said it again. That's the fucking point, though, is to like stop your sneeze more than your breathing.
Oof. I have a firm belief in disposables. Like,
Oh,
I like
yeah,
my
that's why I
reusables.
use
I like my
disposables.
reusables, but I have a very, very strong belief in disposables, though. 'Cause
Yeah. Well, what about all the turtles that are gonna have masks wrapped around their neck after this in the ocean?
No, yeah, I feel you because them boys are trying to swim. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they have COVID underwater. They ain't trying to wear masks.
That's all I think about is the fucking like the six pack
the wild
fucking
life.
rings, the 6-pack.
You see like a 6-pack of fucking
Yeah.
face masks. Just
This dude's like wearing 12 deep. It's like their new fucking mating thing. It's like how many masks you got around your neck? I got 12.
Oh, I got 15, baby.
You've got 15. I have a son who's got 17.
Oof, I am not a man.
You're not a man. You're a boy.
I am only boy. You know what I mean? I'm like,
You're only
he's
boy.
like, I've got 15.
Once you get to
and I'm
20.
like, no, she got 17. I was like, oh, damn. And then meanwhile, under like this, the 20 mask, they're breathing like,
You're imagining these turtles walking around like right driving around.
Just being
They're
turtles,
swimming
dude.
around. God,
yeah, they're
They're-
turtling it up.
they're turtling it up with like 20 masks in front of them. I'm just thinking about like just the mask that goes the earlobe, and it's all wrapped around their neck.
Man, that turtle would have a strong neck.
Yeah, bro. He's got a strong neck. This fucking guy.
Yeah, you see that extra
This
like
fucking
bulge
guy.
just holding it
He's got a strong neck. He can hold the family up.
for real.
Yeah.
So like after a while, they
I'm
become
just saying,
like hereditary
dude,
though.
Dude, the way the people are with those masks, though, like you see them everywhere, like on the ground or like hanging in a
Dude,
tree
that shit
from
is
blowing in the wind.
ridiculous to me, dude. Like, fuck, man. I don't know. It frustrates me because
Like, what are we doing, man? Like, fucking.
people don't know how to throw stuff away. Like,
No,
we
man.
do it beforehand. You know, what I
I'll
mean?
use
But,
one.
like,
I'll go to work and I'll use one for a whole shift, unless it's like sick or runny nose. I'll
Yeah.
go through a few. But then I'll bring it to the car. I'll leave it in the car, and then when I get it back in the next day, I'll wear that one in, and then I'll get a new mask.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck are you people doing?
Is this that easy? Like, if you have a job,
How about the
have them
people
there.
that wear it or put it on their fucking rearview mirror? Fuck you, dude.
I've never
Why the hell
understood
are you
that.
driving around? You've never seen it?
No, I've seen it, but I've never
Oh.
understood that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I understood that. Yeah. Why? You'll see
I mean,
some
I
people
feel
with
like-
like around their like shifter and shit. Like I've even seen memes and stuff where you got like
A
20
pile
them.
of masks.
But I've seen that and I'm like, what?
You're not doing what it's supposed to do.
No.
Because, like, honestly, in my case, dude, I have, like, multiple of, like, the reusable ones. So, like, I have inside of my center console, I guess. I don't know what people call it. That.
Yeah.
So, inside of that, I've got, like, a mask. You know what I mean? So, I have, like, freshman, the one for, like, today, arguably, you know? So I have the one for today, like sitting on top of like my glove box, sometimes like the front of my car, like on like the whatever when I'm not driving, you know. Because even when I'm driving, I don't like having that shit hang up. I've gotten pulled over
No.
for less. Why am I gonna hang that up? Like what?
Yeah.
You know. So I just have it
Yeah.
on like my whatever you want to call that. So wear it for the day, whatever. Bring it inside my house, like toss it inside the laundry. Like wear that second one, wear the third one, wear the fourth one. Kind of go down the line, and then wait till I have like 3 of them washed, just wash them, throw it back. You know what I mean? So like, was there
Right.
initial like down payment for it? Sure. But I
Yeah.
mean, like, I don't have a whole lot of dress shirts. I have like fucking 3 or 4 black dress shirts. However, I don't have a wardrobe full of dress shirts. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I need to wash the dress shirts and stuff because I'm working, so I have a job that has like the dressy clothes. You know what I mean? So I literally have to wash my dressy clothes. So I have time to wash my masks while I'm washing my dressy clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, my lifestyle, it works. I'm sure that'll work for enough people. You know what I mean? Like maybe some people only have like 12 pairs or whatever. I don't fucking know. So they have to do laundry at some point. They can just wash their mask and then wash the drawers, dude.
Yeah.
It's coming out clean either way. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I wouldn't wash my mask with the underwear. I wouldn't do that though.
You feel me?
I wouldn't
Yeah,
do that.
like I agree. Like I personally wouldn't either. However, like
I do have one, but it's more for like a backup. Like if I like all else fails, okay, I can go
You
in the
have
glove-
old reliable.
I can go in. Yeah, exactly. I can go in the glove box. I got that motherfucker down there in case I absolutely need it.
yeah.
But then there's like all the different sizes of them too. The masks, like with the earlobe or the
Yeah,
earlobe,
dude.
the ear loop or whatever. You got some of them that are tight as fuck, and you got other ones that are loose.
Yeah,
Oh, I
those
love
ones,
them
like,
loose
cutting your
babies.
ear, them loose ones are nice, dude. Because like
They're-
the tight ones just like hurt your ear the
Ooh.
entire time, man.
Yeah, they're too constricting, and I got the fucking the chin fucking beard thing here going on, and that it's just like that's me.
Right, that's
all
adding
day.
to it,
Like, I
dude.
get out of work and it's like that. Like, what
Right.
the fuck is going on, man? Like that shit sucks.
It's the truth.
And
Like one of my boys
technically,
said it
and
comes with
technically, like that's
beard.
not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to actually. Think you're supposed to shave.
Yeah, they tell you to, but I mean,
But who's gonna do that? And I'm definitely not gonna eat my beard like
Right.
during my
the
day.
entire shit.
like
No,
just
there's
tuck
no
it
way.
out like this. Yeah.
Because again, like we were talking about earlier, runny nose. No, like I wouldn't want to see it. I wouldn't want to deal with that.
This could be my like handkerchief for my runny nose.
I mean, that would be convenient, but I mean, it'd still get wet at some point, and that would be even worse.
Yeah.
No, Like, I don't want anything to do with that. No,
No.
thank you. No, thank you.
Dude, I just thought, what was it? What was it today? Was it today or yesterday? I was like, what if I just shaved this off? What if I did that? You
Your
think it'd be
beard?
good? You think it'd be a good look? What do
I
you
know
think,
you
Justin?
could. I know you could pull it off for sure.
Justin says
Dang.
no.
That's his vote.
Yeah.
But no, like I feel like you can rock it, but I mean, like I feel a lot of people can rock more styles than they give themselves credit for, though.
No, I think I look too stupid without it now.
Real,
Yeah,
But I mean,
for
like,
real.
that's like a big part
But I
of like
did
who
think-
you are.
But
Like,
I did think about
imagine-
like shortening. What if I shortened it though? What do you think?
That'd absolutely be fine.
You think so?
I think
Shortening it up, like maybe like that or something. I don't know.
Nah,
I
'cause,
thought
like,
about that. I was like, yeah, I should shorten it.
yeah, 'cause, like,
But
my
then I'm
boy-
like, it took me so long to get it this long. I want to see how long I get it.
which is true, but I mean, like,
almost want
I
to.
feel like it would help like make it grow faster though if you cut it.
What if I
Like,
was
know
that
like-
janitor though that started and it was not as big as this, and then like by the time I retired, it was like fucking really long. They're like, dude, he grew that
I
out.
think it encourages growth though. I really feel like cutting your hair encourages growth. Like,
Oh,
just
I've
kinda like
definitely
with
trimmed
fla-
it.
like,
I've
not
definitely
with
trimmed
flowers,
it
but-
before. I actually had to restart it because there's pictures of me when for my firstborn where I didn't have one.
Wow, I can't even imagine.
I'm wearing that same shirt, I think, and I'm like this for when she was born. I'm just going like this. I'm just giving the sign, and then my wife's like, got the baby in her arms. It was like right afterwards, because she had her mom and her stepmom in the room for the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah, the next one there was nobody else in the room.
it was like, hey,
Yeah, nobody else in the room for that one. Dude, I know you've never experienced it, but Jesse, you've experienced it, dude. When the baby comes out, dude, did you watch, Jesse, or did you not watch?
I did not.
You did not watch.
Stood at the top of the bed and stared at the wall.
You didn't watch it.
No, I didn't.
You never
I
did.
didn't want to see any of that. No. I held her hand. I was like, "You're doing
Dude.
good," and I just stared at the wall.
No, but dude, this fucking baby, when this baby came out, okay, this is what it looked like to me. It looked like it was like stretched out. Like if you took a baby and you stretched it, and then it came out and it was like to a baby. That's what it looked like to me.
What?
Fucking
Like as a
tripped
poor example, like
me.
you're talking about those little fucking like
It was a very
animal
poor
pills.
example. It was a very
Right,
poor
but like
but
one of those animal pills you put in the water and then it's just like
no,
it's a dinosaur.
No,
but like
no.
immediately.
No, like you literally like Stretch Armstrong to a baby.
So like
Yes, yeah. So it was like this. It was like it came out and then like it was like a baby. That's what it looked like.
that's nuts.
I was like, oh my God, what the fuck?
That's nuts.
That's
I
what it
can't
looked like,
even-
dude. It was so crazy.
The way that I'm like imagining
It's
is
so
way comical, but like I
crazy.
can't even
Yeah, no, it is
can't
comical
fathom
as
it.
fuck, dude. It is. It's just like, well, however you want to make that noise. Like it was there. Like it was so weird. It was so weird. So
Man.
weird. I
know,
highly
one
suggest
day.
watching it.
when I mean that's a Google search though. I just Oh
Yeah, you can probably find that. You can probably find that.
that's what he meant. Like yeah.
But that's what it was like as it was happening for me.
Mhm.
Am I going to sit here and say like it's a matter of fact? But that's what it looked like.
Right,
to me.
that's how you interpreted it.
That's how I seen it, dude. That's I don't even
That's
know.
how you
That's,
processed it.
that's
for
how
sure.
I processed it, I guess. But that's what I seen, dude. Like it was like it was like just it wasn't like a flubber thing where it was like you know, it was just like
Oh, like it tight.
it was just like like yeah, just no, not flubber thing, not where it was like no, not like that. It was just like pulled it out. Like it was
Wow. I mean, it would make sense.
yeah,
like,
see,
if
that's
that
a
happened,
difference. That's a difference.
There's a huge difference there.
Yeah,
Huge
'cause you were
difference.
thinking,
I mean, like that's
well,
why I was like
yeah,
playing it
yeah.
earlier. Like,
No,
there's
no.
so many ways to interpret shit. But like,
No, it was just a
Dude, that
split
would-
instant.
that'd
Split
be
instant.
crazy.
It was coming.
If you
She was
wait
coming
too
out.
distant,
She was coming.
yeah.
I said it. Like she was coming out. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, whoa. Holy shit.
you're like, that's mine.
Because then immediately afterwards, you go, you because you're with her the whole time. So immediately afterwards, you're going right to her. You're like, oh my God, you know, like, yeah, she's out. She's like, oh, she's so happy, you know, everything. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you're done. So it's just a split thing that you see. Like,
Wow.
that's what it looked like, man. I mean, you got to think. You got to think. Like,
It makes sense.
it makes sense.
That's
It
what I'm saying. Like
makes
as
sense.
babies, dude, like they're malleable.
Like-
Don't fold your baby, but like, you know what I mean?
You've had sex with women.
Once or twice.
Yes. You're
Gang, gang. gang, gang.
your dick is not as big as a baby's head.
No,
That
no.
that vagina can only get so big
Right.
because it goes back to normal. Most of the
crazy,
time.
even-
There's
right,
probably
but I
some
mean,
special thing that I don't know about that doesn't.
That's crazy.
but-
even like imagine.
It popped into place, bro. It popped into place.
Man. That's crazy. That's crazy as hell.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. That's how I seen it. You know, maybe somebody else can attest to that. I'm gonna make this a clip.
Right.
Some more people will see it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I can't even.
You can't even. You can't even. And you can't either because you didn't even peek. Not once.
Nope.
Are you queasy?
I just didn't want to ruin anything. I have an image and I'm just keeping it at that.
Did they hand the baby right over?
For my son, yeah. For my daughter, no.
What? Oh, okay. So they cleaned her off for the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, yeah, they handed her right over. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. And he's like, you want to
Thanks.
cut the cord? You want to know what the cord looked like? I don't know. Did you cut the cord?
Yeah, they did make me do that.
Did it
No,
look
I
like a
was-
candy cane?
It looked, I don't know. No, not really.
No?
It just looked like a wet noodle.
Wet noodle. Like, so like a noodle, like color.
Like one of them flat noodles, like a wider, flatter ones, you know?
But like, yeah, but like a noodle color.
Yeah.
No, mine is like a candy cane.
Crazy. Like white and red candy cane,
Yeah.
cane.
Weird. Weird, man.
Man.
Weird.
No, fatherhood sounds cool though. Like, fatherhood sounds cool though.
Oh,
I
it's
feel like I'd
fun.
be mad as hell raising like
fun.
a small version of myself, dude. So I feel like I'd piss myself off. Like, speaking very sincerely of how I view myself, especially, I would run myself up the wall, dude. I wouldn't want to deal with like a smaller version of me.
Well, I don't know. It's
I feel like there'd be cases where like I would tell myself things. I'm like, that's funny. I can't laugh at that. You know what I mean? I feel like those moments come.
there's those moments. Oh, they come, and sometimes it's like it's hard to fucking hold it back.
Yeah.
You know, you both just look at each other. You're just like,
Like I would definitely say that.
you know, you're just like, damn. And my daughter's only 4. That's my oldest, and the other one's almost 2. She turns 2, coming up here soon in June.
Nice.
So it's like, I'm like, and she's really smart. Almost makes me feel like we dropped the ball with the first one.
No,
I'm like,
I mean,
where did we
like,
go wrong?
Given the situation,
But not wrong.
did
But
you
it's
say
like,
that you were off for like that
she's-
break though, right?
What do you mean?
For COVID stuff, like you took time off for work.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yes.
so like my belief that I'm not a parent, heavy disclaimer. I feel that like if you spend enough time around your kids, you can just like talk around your kids so they can catch on to like the English language more consistently.
That's
So, like,
true. But where we fucked up, well, I'll stop you there because where we fucked up is because we used more of the baby talk with the first one.
That's definitely what I was getting to.
With the first one, dude, I really had this mindset. I told my best friend, he lives in North Dakota. I told him, I was like, he came to visit, and I was like, dude, I'm not going to do that baby talk shit. I'm not going to do it. Dude, I fucking sucked into it.
Yeah.
We still to this day would be like, it's baffer time.
Right.
Baffer time. You know what I mean? I'm like, and all of a sudden, like, no, I got like a bath. You know, because my daughter
is in bath. Though.
and my biggest thing with that is because my daughter's in speech therapy.
Right.
And so a lot of times I'll almost like blame myself. I'm like, oh, did I do it to myself? Did we do it? You know, what did we do wrong? But then I think, I'm like, well, my second born, she's had an older sister this whole fucking time. And that's where I was going to say I was going to stop you there, is because she's had an older sister this whole time to kind of like learn off of and
Right.
like, emulate, because she definitely emulates a lot of the stuff. Like, a lot of times with my oldest, it's like, well, come here, come look at this. Now she does it. Come here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, she has that other one to like learn off of and bounce off of and shit like that. So it's like,
That makes sense.
I don't know what it is, but yeah.
No, that definitely makes sense. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, like that. Well, I know for sure. I learned a great handful of stuff like from my older brother when I was growing up. You know what I mean? Like
She had
I
older
will
brothers.
not.
See, I'm
like,
the oldest. So I
right,
didn't
so
have
you
it.
really so dude, like as like the middle child and both like mom and dad's side, like there's been some differences like between the two, but
Well,
no,
you're
it
older
definitely
than
makes
Tyler,
sense.
right?
Yeah.
You're the oldest? Yes.
Nah, like dude, I learned a lot from my older brother.
Yeah. See, I don't know what the hell that's like.
I don't know. I mean, the way that I process the stuff in general, dude, is that, like, there's stuff that I see people do. I'm like, I should definitely do that. There's stuff I see people do. I'm like, I probably shouldn't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I feel like my moral compass is just doing a more decent job. You know what I mean? At least with stuff in general. So I feel like that's like really keeping. But I don't know. I feel like it pays well to have people just around you. Like, there's a lot of like really cool stuff that I like learned from my brother when I was growing up. Like,
That's what I feel like. People should just stick to their own morals. And like, just like with anything that we've been talking about, vaccinated, anything like that. Just if you don't want to fucking be around those people, then just don't. But you don't have to make a big stink out of it.
Right. I mean, like, it's.
I still say if you're vaccinated, you shouldn't have to
appreciate-
worry. But
I agree. Like, I feel that like the people who vaccinated that post their cards. I see
Oh,
both
yeah,
sides
yeah,
of it
yeah.
because like it's that mark of solidarity for the people who aren't necessarily sure about making one thing or another. So like they see like people that they care about all doing it, so they have like again a moral compass to be able to follow. If they just lack in that department, But like, I know that there's enough people that do that shit just for like the cloud. Like, I'm vaccinated. And like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh pose, like hold their card up, like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Calm down, bro.
So how do you feel about like cards being like required for like air travel and shit like
That's
that?
weird. I
You
mean,
think that's weird? I think it is.
so
I don't see why you can't just require the test. Just require the test. We're all used to that.
me
by now.
personally, right? Like me personally, I feel that like displaying the paperwork is gonna be weird to be like because it's another thing to get used to. However, like to be able to get on a plane to begin with, they're already pulling how much information. So if you're worried about them stealing your information off of them seeing if you're vaccinated or not, like they already have it, dude.
No. I'm just saying requiring the vaccination card.
Oh, for travel?
Yeah, you have to
I
be
feel like that's
vaccinated.
no different. Personally, I feel like that's no different than having a passport because like, it's a situation where,
Well, no, that requires you to be vaccinated.
yeah.
Require.
Oh, so the people that don't get it, they have to.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
So understand where I come from when I say this, because I know that like some people have certain thoughts. Is that there's already people inside of America who are dictating who the illegal people and who the like the proper people are coming to
Yeah.
the country. They're trying
Yeah.
to like moderate that.
Yeah.
So like, if other countries are gonna moderate saying that you have to have this piece of document to be able to get into our country, if they can't do that, but we can, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if certain countries are implementing certain type of paperwork, I mean, like,
But
it's a
are
different form
they-
of paperwork for other people.
But are they saying you need paperwork that had this substance injected into you?
No, but I'm looking at it inside like the black and whites with it, like the zeros and ones.
That's black and white. That's black and white.
There's still a separate view of it though, because like we were talking about earlier with the whole attendance thing, like yo, dude, 105, you're good. 106, that's a fucking like a mark and a half, whatever.
Yeah.
Like looking at it inside of that form of it as well too. Like if the other countries saying like, yo, dude, like our doors are closed, like this is what our requirement is. This is what we're like making all of our people to. Like I don't live inside that country, like. At my house, whenever I'm mad, I can break a fucking chair. You know what I mean? I know that's like super fucking extreme, you know, but like I can't just come over here, get frustrated, and break a chair.
Right.
You know what I mean, dude? Like there's
Yeah.
different places that have different rules and set with it. And there's even that saying, like we were like talking about that for a while. When in Rome, do as Romans do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like if the Romans are doing that shit, I can't throw a fit about that. Like I can have my opinion, I can feel what I will, and I absolutely will. However, like I personally feel like it's more of a question of, is the U.S. telling the U.S. citizens that we can't leave unless we have that piece of paperwork? Or is the receiving country telling me that I can't have that paperwork? Because to me, that is a completely different conversation.
Okay, well, that's saying traveling out of the United States. So what if you're traveling from Michigan to California, or just to say Arizona? I don't know.
Like within the country?
Yes. Then you need your
I feel like it's
passport.
already dicey, dude, because like a lot of like the businesses, like depending on what other countries, or not the countries, but other states at this point are doing, where like if you go to dine in, you have to leave your phone number, you have to leave your information,
You're right,
so they
right.
can go like blah 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 blah. Like if the places are doing that, then I personally don't feel that you have to have that vaccination card if all the jobs and places of business are doing their due diligence and like getting that stuff taken care of. Does that make
Right.
sense?
I mean, it does, but then that's still like, you're still just trying to mitigate. They're trying to get rid
Yeah,
of.
I mean, like if they're in the process of mitigating, trying to get rid of the stuff, you know what I mean? Like Thursday, you can't tell me who's gonna come into your store or not. Like if you have like security guards who are outside to stop that stuff, like they'll be able to stop it. But like whether somebody comes in from down the street, whether somebody comes in from like across 2 hours away, like their only stop may have been your job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like they're like trailing and hitting this place, that place, other place, other place. So like
Yeah.
again, like the way that I feel, if my opinion makes sense, is like if there's places unifiedly across however whatever like amount of space, if they're all requiring the amount to be able to leave the information of like this is my phone number, this is my email address, this is where I was, because like if like between the three of us, one of us got COVID, I would appreciate a phone call just so I knew, so I could like take the proper like,
Right.
steps, you know?
Right.
So like if that's what they're collecting the information for, do so. You know what I mean? Like that should be fine. You shouldn't have to have a card.
So you're
because you
saying
can still be-
saying to fly, you would just still have to collect the information.
Yeah, like the same information that's required to be collected to be able to sit down inside of a restaurant should be the same information extra presented if you're gonna fly from one place to another.
But they already have all that information anyways, probably.
I mean, they don't have the questionnaire of like, have you been around anybody with COVID? The 14
No, they
blah,
have.
blah, blah.
Yeah, they got.
So like, if they're collecting that,
temperature checks before you board.
yeah, I mean, like we
Do
do
they
temp-
have that now?
We do temp checks at my job.
Yeah, so I'd imagine they probably have that when you board an airplane.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Have either one of us? I haven't boarded.
I
an
haven't
airplane
flown.
since. No. Yeah, I've never flown.
I like flying.
Have you? Either of you flown?
I like flying.
You flown once? Was it scary? No.
No.
You're not afraid of heights?
I guess it depends. If I'm inside of something, no. But if I was like on top of a pole looking down, it'd be different.
Yikes! Don't want that.
No, dude. I don't know.
I didn't feel afraid of heights on a plane. But
Dude, I don't know, man.
I only feel
gonna have to
I feel
fly
some type of
sometime,
way
man.
when
This
there's
fucking
turbulence.
freaks me
Because like
out.
when turbulence hits, I'm kind of like,
Did you have turbulence on yours?
Don't.
No, we were-
He had a smooth ass
man,
flight.
no, because like I'm cool.
So
with
you
being in
didn't
planes.
fly
Go ahead.
back?
Well, yeah, but still.
So it's 2 flights.
yeah, from
two
here to
flights,
Florida
no
and back.
turbulence.
Clean. Wow.
And you had turbulence.
I've hit turbulence next to every time.
And you're just really.
You know what I mean? Like next to every time, bro.
So
like,
how bad is
I've
it
been playing a
shaking?
couple, like, good handful of times at this point. Like,
So
I
how
don't know,
bad
like-
is it shaking? Is it like
You've
like
been
a
on a roller
vibration?
coaster.
Is it like a vibra? Oh, it's like a
You've
like
been on a
wood-
roller coaster, like going up, but it was
like a wooden roller coaster.
yeah,
yeah.
dude, like that bitch is
Yeah.
shaking. Like there's
Well, some
no
steel
form
ones.
of autocorrect that you can do with your body where you're not gonna feel it. You're feeling that.
Ooh, dude. Have you ever
Yeah.
had your little oxygen mask drop down?
Nope.
No. Okay.
No, like not all the time. No, because like I've accepted it. Right? It's like, oh my god.
No.
I feel like I'd be like,
Everybody puts it on. They're like, you just got the COVID vaccine.
and they're like,
And they're like, no. They're flying. Everybody's flying to like Kentucky or something where everybody's fuck that shit. And, you know,
and
you're
they
like,
start
no.
just, like, they just saw like vibrators and like fucking one of those like shocks on like the bottoms of like they're like everybody put on the mask.
No.
Thank you for being vaccinated by Pfizer.
Yeah.
I'm like
Have a
enjoying
nice
this.
flight.
And it just cleans out immediately once everybody.
Immediately, dude.
That'd be wild.
Oh, man.
I would not be okay with that. I would not be okay with that. Dude.
Be crazy as shit.
Uh,
No, man, that's my I don't know, man. That's like I mean they say you're more odds of getting fucked up or dying like in a car accident than on a flight.
honestly,
But still I just feel better on the ground.
I don't know. A
Even
part of
at
me wants to
work-
skydive. Like I'm not
I'd love to
opposed
do it. I
it.
would love to do it, but like I can't do it. Like I can't.
I feel like getting into it, dude.
I like the rush. but-
Getting ready to like jump out of the plane. I know my legs would be shaking like.
Oh,
Just like, you know what I mean? I know they'd be so shaky, dude, but like after being in the air for 10 seconds, I'm like, all right, this is where we are. So I get used to that being like the new norm, and then like when the
That's not
when
the
the
new
parachute
norm.
hit, like I'd be scared.
so you must have adjusted to all the masks and everything that quickly then. No?
I feel like I adjust the shit in general pretty smoothly. You know what I mean? Like just all
The new
like,
norm.
We're wearing a mask. I'm like, all right. It's just like carrying on with it. You know what I mean? Like
My
it's-
wife was one of the first ones to wear a mask.
I was one of the first people inside the fucking mall because like again, like
She was in
well,
the store at
I
Myers.
wasn't
She's
the
like,
first
yeah,
because I was off of work when that whole, you know what I mean? But like,
yeah.
no, I went from 0 to 100% where I had to do that, had to enforce stuff, and be like, whether like my employees and stuff believed that stuff or not, like I had to make sure that they were doing their part and enforce, you know what I mean? So like it was a whole situation,
Dude,
dude.
it's so weird.
It was a
man.
whole
It's
situation.
so fucking weird, dude. I just every time I think about it, it's just so fucking weird. Like I had,
It's weird to be
like telling that
alive,
guy
man.
at work today. I was like, oh, you don't gotta wear one of these. I was like, wow, this is what this guy like. Like I met this guy during COVID. Like it's like you barely ever see what he even looks like without
Yeah.
the mask. Like it's totally different. I'm just like, oh wow, look at this. Is like normal. I wish I could just take mine off. Just your phone's fucking with this goddamn shit.
Sorry.
Bro, I can't even imagine. Well, no. I definitely do imagine that stuff because like there's a couple people that I work with like at the opticianry, like I see them with their masks on all the time because like we're doctors, like going to
Yeah.
like helping people out, so we have to like make sure like just like white lab coat can't be dirty. You know what I mean? Have like. I mean, like, if you
It's
have
got
like
like
a room
char
full
marks
of
all
like,
over it.
yeah,
Sorry, I was from the
dude.
blunt last night.
You have like straight up like people like pristine white have one person's wearing like a very light brown. And you're like, You know what I mean? Like,
Are
what?
you like the head one?
Right, like you gotta get a different coat for a reason, there, boy.
Yeah, yeah, boy.
Heard it, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Not saying like that example, man, but like it's really funny. Like, in generally speaking, you know what I mean, this can be short, it's fine, but like generally speaking, the amount of like older white patients that I get that speak racially very
Really?
openly in the doctor's office is remarkable, dude.
Really?
Like I feel like they don't realize it.
Well,
personally.
older, like, hope we talking older.
Older.
Yeah.
Like absolutely great. Not like
They say
I've
that.
got like 5 gray hairs. No, yeah, dude.
No,
like,
they'll say like boy and stuff.
yeah. It's very honest. It's very.
Really?
It sucks. I mean, it's still around.
Yeah.
I tell people, dude, like there's a lot of
But
people.
then you
they
see
feel
like, but you see like movies and stuff where they're like telling like white kids and stuff boy too. So do you sometimes wonder
I
if
don't
they
feel
mean
like
it that
boy
way?
that way. I don't think
you-
that's a very good. Even like Kratos saying, "Come on, come with me, boy." I was kind of like, ugh, Kratos. Like I understand because again, like that's a very very old fashioned.
Is that just because you think you've been taught that boy is a bad term?
No, absolutely. Like, that's definitely what it is. You'd like, if you see freaking Jesse walk past you, dude, like 5 times successfully, he punches you in the face. Like whenever you guys like cross paths.
Yeah.
That 6th time, I would hope you're gonna attempt to block.
Right.
Maybe, you know what I mean. I would hope that at that point you attempt to block. So if I'm told that like blah 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 boy, if I'm taught to be able to receive, not like by my mom but just by societal standards, if
Okay.
I'm taught that like people referring to me as boy is definitely racial, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hands up the 6th time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't blame, my opinion, you can't blame people for like how they feel and stuff because you don't know like necessarily their comeuppance. You don't know like where their history was. You don't know what that symbol is, like how that's important to them, bro. Like you just don't, you know.
Right.
So if there's, my opinion, also like if there's a loud enough voice speaking inside of one general direction, there's got to be enough people that also agree with that. Between like the people who are speaking out, the people who are too shy to be able to speak out, the people who didn't know that like the quiz existed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's always those 3
and
like,
that was
different demographics.
and that was
of it,
like
dude.
my point with the last guy I had on my podcast, Chunky Monkey 40, the YouTuber with the rebel flag thing, was like,
Yeah.
when there's as much of a voice opposed to it, how can you like stick up for it?
Right. You're like, no, you're
No,
stupid,
that's not what I mean. That's not what it means. Well, when there's enough people that think that it means something else, and it actually kind of did. At one
Like,
point
how
or
big does a
another.
petition have to be?
Like, exactly. Like when I actually said to him, I was like, why don't you or somebody else that has a big following with this rebel flag just make something different? Maybe you pay homage to it and you have some sort of blue X without the stars.
right.
And he said, or something like that. And he was like, well, actually, that's, kind of my thing is my logo for it on like, he has like some koozies and stuff. It just has a blue X, but doesn't have any stars.
Right.
I was like,
Yeah, keep it remarkably the same, but give us a mark saying you overpassed that.
yes.
Yeah.
So then you see somebody, that has this rebel flag with the stars in it, but you see somebody that doesn't. Well, then maybe you can start to accept that. That's a stark difference.
For real.
If
Like,
you see
see,
something
like
just
even
a blue X with
even
red,
if they keep the entirety of like the rebel flag and have like, I don't know, fucking green square in one of the corners.
or something.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
something small enough where it's not gonna like change the entirety of the design. And like, because I feel
Well, no, I mean,
like
get rid of the stars. Just get rid of the stars.
yeah, to some people like,
It-
I like 13 stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
the
So-
stars is about the colonies and the states. And
Yeah,
all.
just change the
They're-
color of the
just-
fucking stars.
or change the color of
You
the
know what I
stars,
mean?
or do something like that.
Just something
But
small
getting
like that to
rid
be
of
able
the
to give that.
stars, to having the blue X with the red, just keep it the same. Just
Yeah.
no stars. That means rebel flag.
Yeah, like so long as if they were to make that a separate channel, like that would make me feel a lot more comfortable because
Yeah.
like
Well, then I would feel like, okay, well, you're openly saying that you're not racist.
yeah. For real. I mean, like that shouldn't be something hard to say.
No.
Like, in my opinion.
I mean,
that
I
shouldn't
don't
be
feel like
something
you should
hard
have
say.
to carry around another card that says you're not racist. I mean, I hope it wouldn't turn into like, well, if you don't have one of those, then it means you're racist.
Right, but I mean,
You know what I mean? I could see
feel
that
most
happening.
people like possess paint. Most people possess markers. Most people possess crayon. Dude. Like, if they want to change the color or something, if they truly desire to, they can just differentiation and then call
Yeah.
it good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's like the biggest part that like
That was just
I
my
would
point.
appreciate. No, I'm just like
That's-
speaking like
yeah.
from my side of it. I would appreciate that, dude. Because
Yeah.
like, there's people like super close homies of mine that have like fucking like Confederate flags. I know that they don't mean it inside that way.
Yeah.
But like,
Well, I got a dime bag Daryl fucking little tapestry thing sitting out
Yep.
there, and right in the dime bag Daryl there's like Confederate
the
flag.
Yep.
Not like I have
see
any.
it.
Not like I seen it when, as soon as I walked in.
Yeah,
Well, it's
I'm
like-
not
it's not
offended
like-
by it. You know, I'm not like,
But it's not
Uh.
even like I support. I like Dimebag Daryl, and he liked the rebel flag. Like, who fucking cares? Like, I liked his fucking music. Like,
yeah, for
you
real.
know what
I mean, like, so wearing a Dimebag Darrell shirt where he has a Confederate flag is different than wearing like waving a fucking Confederate flag.
Yeah.
I mean, I will give that differentiation for me and myself itself. You know what I mean? But like, there's a huge difference between the two.
you're in front of some Ponderosa somewhere. It's like rebel flag.
People that just drive around with flags in their cars are weird.
They are weird.
Like, I'll say that
Anybody.
shit
I don't
first,
care if
dude.
you got the American flag,
I don't care
a
what flag,
Jamaican
dude.
flag,
It could
a
be a
rebel
anime
flag,
flag.
a
I love
United
anime,
Kingdom
like-
flag. Anime
Just
flag.
a fucking flag,
a
in
rainbow
general. I feel like that's
flag.
a lot.
Any flag, dude. I don't care.
That's
I'm
a
calling
lot.
you out.
That might as well be an ad, and I don't like ads.
I don't like it.
Dude, like that might as well be an ad, bro. That's how. That's in my opinion. That's a healthy way to be able to say.
How about the driving billboards? You seen those, right? You seen them?
I feel like I've seen like the older ones, not like new ones. with,
No,
like,
you
that,
haven't seen them where they're just like the truck, and then it's got like a
That
bed.
has a sign in the back.
It has a
Yeah,
sign.
like I've definitely seen those. Like when you said driving fucking ads, yeah, I thought like there's gonna be
Oh.
like a car next to me holding a sign with like neons.
No,
It's like eat at McDonald's.
no, it's
like,
got
I'm
the
driving at,
billboard
like,
on the
midnight,
back.
This shit's like flashing reds and yellows in
No,
my
bro.
face. Yeah, dude, I got scared for a second. I was like,
I seen
dang.
that. I seen that. Those people driving that fucking truck, and I'm like, bro, how do I get that job? You just drive around in the on the highway all day advertising this.
Right.
ad?
I'm sure they cover the gas.
Well, yeah, I hope so.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure you
they
got
cover
some
the
sort
gas.
of route that you drive. You know, like I'm sure they got you all split up. All right, this is your highway. You
you have
drive
to have
this
like
route
little,
like
the
3
trackers
times.
and the wheels. You know what I mean? Make sure that has like a certain amount of miles every day. Like,
Yeah, you
sure they
drive this
do.
route 3 times and come back to the fucking little satellite station, park your fucking shit in the garage, and take off from there.
yep.
That's what I did when I fucking drove for DHL. I just drove. I drove down to Flint from Bay City, and it was like a fucking garage. There was like 5 other businesses out of it, and we just parked our shit there. And our truck went there to give us our packages.
Nice.
This little satellite station. Yep.
No, that'd be dope.
Yeah,
That'd be dope as hell,
it
actually.
was dope. It was for a
I
little
don't-
while.
I like driving personally.
I do too, until you fucking get in an accident.
That changes things.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, my fucking DHL van went from like the bumper was like this, and then it went like whoop. It was looking like it fucking sucked on a lemon
Dang.
because of somebody's fucking trailer hitch they had on. We was in bumper to bumper traffic, and I was looking down at my manifest, and I was trying because we were still writing out shit.
Yeah.
I was like trying to write it out. I'm like looking up, you know. Well, then I went up, and it was like too soon. Boom! And I just rear-ended somebody, but my fucking the hitch
Trailer
got,
hitches are strong.
the hitch got caught under the bumper, and so then they tried to pull forward, and then it pulled it, and the fucking bumper went down like that. Yeah, I had to ride around with that thing for like 2 weeks because they let me fix it myself. Thank
Yep.
God. They were gonna bring it to their company. They're like, no, well, I guess if you can fix it yourself, we'll let you do it for cheaper. I was like, all right, dude.
Yeah.
I had to do that. Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
just
it sucked.
looking at that too while you're working on it. Like, that's how you know.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you know, dude. When it's your work, like,
Yeah. Oh no, I made sure like I kept that van. I was like, no, I paid for money on this van. Like I get to keep this one. It was one of the newer ones.
yeah.
It
I'm
had
sure they
air
didn't argue
conditioning.
that either. Like,
Bro,
he
there was
literally
someone
worked
that
on
didn't
it,
have air
though.
conditioning. Fuck that, dude. No.
Nope.
But I had the up north route. I did the most miles, so I needed a reliable van.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, you get caught somewhere up north. Like I did one time. I got stuck in some fucking shithole, Prescott, and some of these fucking back ass roads. Yeah, that sucks.
I'd be pissed. There's nothing up there for miles. You know what I mean? Like straight up for miles. It's actually kind of funny too.
Backup van that day.
Well, yeah, dude, that's when it's going to happen because that car's not used to being driven like that.
No.
Like I remember, like I was working over at Tivana over in like Detroit, you know, the area, and then how to say like the area manager.
The area.
Yeah.
The
Like
area-
it wasn't
the area manager.
it wasn't the city of Detroit. It's within the area of Detroit. You know, because like
Yeah.
people are like,
Detroit's people is like everywhere over there.
yeah, but I mean like people
it's
over in
like
Livonia
huge
say they're from Detroit, which
Yeah,
like people
dude.
from Detroit get mad about. But Livonia is like, well, if we say Livonia, people are gonna be like, where is that?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Dude.
So they say Detroit just to cut that part of the conversation.
Like, where's the most popular areas where people will say that they're actually from? It's right by Detroit, where they won't say Detroit. Do you kind of understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I'm from
Pontiac, Ann Arbor.
Hamtramck. Ann Arbor?
Hamtramck would be
Ann Arbor's
I've
kind of
had
far away
people-
from Detroit.
right,
though.
but I've had people like claim themselves as Detroit over in Ann Arbor because like there are people that don't know Ann Arbor.
Really?
Yeah, there's.
Well,
I
there's
feel like you're
much more
mistaking
people.
the idea of like how many people do not look at a
Well,
fucking map.
That's true. Okay, that's true. I'm thinking like a
Like-
Michigan brain right now. Like, really? You don't know Ann Arbor? Yeah,
No,
I
yeah,
guess.
like there's some
Yeah.
people that never leave their hometowns. We spoke about that. There's
Yes.
some people that just never. So like,
That's
the
true.
fuck does a map do to them? They know that like Burger King is right there, Kmart's right there, Myers right there. That's where the school's at. I'm good.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't need to know anything past that, dude. Like, there's people that straight up don't know Ann Arbor. Because, like, when I went to bars out there when I was living over there, like, there's people that saw that I was from Kentwood, like, on my ID. They're like, where's Kentwood? Like, Grand Rapids. Like, oh,
Yeah,
might as
yeah.
well say Grand Rapids. Like, well, it's not.
Well, it's like
So it's
Wyoming.
Kentwood.
Like Wyoming.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Might as well
like
just be
freaking
Grand
Kentwood,
Rapids.
Wyoming, freaking Ionia. That's a little bit further, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, even how, like, Grand Rapids and East Grand Rapids are two separate places by some people. You know what I mean? So,
It's
like,
weird.
yeah.
It's like some rivalry. It's like East and West.
Just be Grand Rapids is cool. Like,
There's,
if they have
there's
different
finally
taxes.
like this on the west side of Grand Rapids. It's like you couldn't have drove just to the east side to watch the show.
It's really weird. It's really
I
weird.
don't know, dude, but I know I'm excited to fucking see what you got brewing for music.
Fucking pumped.
I'm excited to see what comes next.
Fucking pumped.
I'm excited for shows to come back. I'm excited to see fucking Jesse fucking scream into a microphone again.
It's getting nuts.
We got Rock and Roast though, right?
Yes, sir.
Rock and Roast is July what?
10th.
July 10th.
Nice.
That'll be. You'd probably never been, huh?
Oh, sir.
You gotta go because the fucking pig roast is the fucking star of the goddamn show. I'm telling you. That shit was so good.
Nice.
Yeah, Martin Weigand, right?
Wiegand?
Weigand. Yeah,
It's like
he puts it on.
$25, but you get a plate all night and there's food all night. Bottomless cup to the kegs. And I think right now there's 4 or 5 bands.
4 or 5 days.
And you can camp if you bring your own shit.
Yeah, you can camp.
I'll sleep in my car, dude.
I would suggest bringing at least a 6-pack though, in case shit runs out.
Yeah, dude. Something to fall back on.
Yeah, so you're not out there like fuck. Now I gotta run to the store. Yeah, bring a 6-pack at least.
Yeah. No, that'd be fun.
Yeah, dude.
really fun.
No,
It's
it's a really good time. It is a really good time.
Yeah, I'm
It's on a
pumped,
good
dude, 'cause,
event.
like I'm working. What is it called? I'm helping out with the show, like the ride to the racetrack in September. And like
War
the very
Nation
following day.
Entertainment.
Yeah, dude, freaking pumped. I love those two.
Christina and Brian Warner.
Absolutely, very cool people. In my opinion, very cool people. Like sincerely, very good people.
Yeah.
But like the very next day too, we've got like the Aslay Dying show. Not Aslay Dying. Like, I was so mad that they fucking canceled it. But it's like the In Flames Trivium. You know what I mean? With Megadeth and Lamb of God.
Lamb of God, yeah.
we've had, like those four playing together.
Yep. I was gonna go to that one at Soaring Eagle.
Nah, I just took those shows. I took those 2 dates off. I'm like especially with this year without having any shows, you know, like my fam's like vaccinated.
So you're gonna
I'm
go
like,
to the rescheduled one in September?
yeah, because
Yeah,
like
I'm not
I'll be.
going to that.
I just took like the weekend with it, dude. I took like what's it? Because I've got the vaccination, I feel better about that, and plus I'm gonna be like out in like the field. You know what I mean? So I'm not like in there. You know what I mean?
I just don't want to go to a show on a weekend date in the fall because that's when we're gonna go do like a lot more camping again.
That makes sense. There's been like a couple of my buddies that are like talking about them. They're being like super upset that it wasn't a summer show. I'm like, it's a show to me. I'm going.
Well, it was rescheduled for the summer, and then it got rescheduled again. Like we were gonna go to the July date.
Yeah, because what is it called? Like I was saying, like As Lay Dying earlier, they're on tour with Whitechapel, and they were supposed to have a show back in October, but it got rescheduled to March. This year, March. You know what I mean? So like, because like things were so like uncertain, so like up in the air, they end up not doing it. But instead of
Yeah.
rescheduling it again, they just canceled it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, like
No, I got my
money back. But
I got
like,
my money back for Rage Against the Machine because we were gonna go see them in Wisconsin, just because it was an outside venue.
Yeah,
Because we weren't gonna be able to afford to get close at Little Caesars, but the Wisconsin one was like actually I think it was a little bit shorter or just about the same drive to Detroit.
right.
And it's an outside one, so we're gonna go to that. I got my money back for that. I got my money back for the Megadeth Lamb of God that we were just talking about for DTE. But those were the 2 tickets that I bought for a giveaway that was gonna be at the Spring Bleeding
Dang.
that I was gonna put on at the Park Theater here in Holland. It had like Nagazi, Mile and Will. I forget who else I was gonna have on that one. All I remember is the really awesome promo I put out for that, where I was making fun of Holland, basically. But yeah, I got the money back for that, and I'm just waiting for the rest of them to fucking file in because I'm fucking done. You know what? I'm really pissed because I saved up and bought. I have Kiss and Alanis Morissette that I was gonna go to, and me and my wife, and then I got a huge bonus from work, and I spent my whole bonus on fucking concert tickets.
Nice.
I had like 9 concerts I was gonna go to in 2020, dude. And all of them got fucking canceled. So I'm
2020 is
so
the year,
fucking
dude.
bitter, dude. I'm so bitter over that.
There's so many bands getting back together. So many bands that haven't toured in forever.
It was the
just
year of metal.
touring.
That's what everybody was
I
talking
was
about.
like,
Is the year.
Yo, dude, it has a reason. Dude.
Not to
Like,
mention local bands and everything with all the other metal acts that were probably going to be
in
coming
the
through.
venues that are coming back too. There's gonna be like older bands wanting to play at the older venues because you know what I mean. Like
I'm bitter over it. I'm bitter as fuck.
it's
I'm like,
gonna be
just
so
give me my
good.
fucking money back, dude.
it's gonna be so good.
I'm one of those. I'm like, just give me my fucking money back. I don't care. I'm pissed. You know? And there's people like my buddy Rich that did the one in Ohio, the big, I think it was in Ohio. It was one of those festivals where it was like 3 days. Rock USA.
Yep.
That's what it was. Well, they didn't use PayPal, apparently, for this transaction. Everybody that used PayPal disputed and got their money back. Anybody that didn't get their money back.
It's up.
So
Now
they
you
didn't
gotta find out,
because
you know, I
that
got tickets.
festival claimed bankruptcy. It's not going to come back, I guess.
Like so, I bought tickets for.
So they got fucked.
What's it called Muddy Roots? The Muddy Roots.
Oh,
Music
Muddy
Festival.
Roots. That's what Devlin posts a lot about.
Yeah, dude, I love Muddy Roots. I was down there with him last year. The show's a blast. Like not last year, fucking 2 years ago. Wow.
Who did
Like,
she have come to Mulligan's that was from Muddy Roots? The festival that played it.
There's
She
a
had-
lot of people that play.
a lot of people-
There's a lot of people that
It
play.
would,
Muddy Roots.
I feel like remembering some like kind of like a headliner actor or something coming to Mulligan's that played that, but
I remember recently.
neither here nor there.
Left Lane Cruiser just had a show, but then I don't know. I'm sure if I was looking at the paper right now, but like
Is Mulligan's doing live shows right now for music? They're doing the comedy though.
I heard of the comedy, I haven't heard a word about the music.
Yeah, the Make It Spicy is back.
Really?
Yes, Sunday nights.
That's so. Yeah, I forgot they're doing like live stuff again. Actually, not just Mulligan's, but just like bars in general.
Yeah.
It's like my buddy's a DJ.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird that you just said that?
Yeah, like
Isn't that fucking weird? Did you find that weird, Jesse?
For sure.
they're doing.
Well, it's like I seen that the other day. It was Ryan Lang. Do you guys know Ryan Lang
Yeah.
from the Silence? He like posted. He said, please bring live shows back. And then Richard Rockman, Rocks 100.
Yeah.
He comments. He's like, 80% of Metro Detroit is booking again.
Right.
It's like you can fucking book a show right now. What is
'cause I
holding
got hit
everybody
I got
back?
hit up by the Sanctuary the other day. You know what I mean? Like, I know Sanctuary is because like they hit me up.
But it's
You know
more
what I mean?
fall stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, well, it is later summer, but still, you know.
What about you, Jesse? I'm going to hit you with the question. What about you? Are you thinking fall now? What
Yeah.
are you thinking?
Fall.
You
Winter
fall
somewhere.
I
doesn't
think
matter.
next spring
Does
is
it
gonna be
matter? Does it
heavy.
matter if all the headliners are back or what? What if shit gets postponed again? Are you going to postpone again?
We kind of, as a band, made it a pact that until the intersection was back up and running national tours, that we weren't really going to be doing anything.
What if goalposts are moved again and shit gets shut down again? Are you but they still allow you to play a show, but shit's like haywire-y again? Are you still
realistically,
playing?
I don't think it's going to get like that.
Right. I don't think so either. I'm just asking, like hypothetically, or are you just like fuck it, dude? We got to play a show.
I mean, we're all vaccinated now, so
Right.
probably playing.
Playing. Yeah, you're vaccinated. It's good.
I can see because like
Play a show.
I would rather have stuff scheduled on the books like with hopes of being able to play it versus not having anything on the books. You know what I mean? Because like
Well, yeah.
the way that I perceive it, like don't know how you care about or how you feel about Dogecoin, but like with the whole like Dogecoin, Dogecoin, whatever,
Oh shit.
is that like for the people that were there for like off the fucking gate, they're succeeding, they're thriving right now, bro. Like they're
I
fucking
know.
thriving.
I know.
And the people that are late to the gun are kind of like, hey man, we're here too.
Well, you're still not late.
You know what I mean?
Still
You're not late at all.
You're not really late.
You're not late at all.
You're not late. You can still make a killing. But
But you
those
don't
guys
have those like early investor Kickstarter shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but
What
those
the-
guys that invested early when it was pennies and shit, yeah. But like you're still at a reasonable rate
It's
to where
very
you
reasonable rate.
because that shit's gonna skyrocket. I'm gonna do it tonight. Actually, that's when I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking question Jesse a little bit, but yeah.
Dude. But
Well,
like,
dude,
no, so
we're gonna
I
get off on a
feel-
rant again, and I think we gotta end this.
Oh damn, dude, I don't even know what time it is. I don't even know what time
me and you can talk forever. Honestly, we could,
Yeah. That's why I appreciate coming out. Like, thank you for having me back.
dude.
Like,
Yeah, for
sincerely,
real.
dude.
That's why I was saying I'm really excited for what you got going on musically, and you know, hopefully you make it a success in Dogecoin. But you know, no, it was good having you on again. It was
Dude.
good. Like I said, we can talk forever, but definitely come back.
Whenever you